those guys from the East.
From the East.
So
instead of that team up north, we're the team in the East.
Exactly. So that's exactly who we're facing tonight. Obviously, the big battle between the Indians from Wauseon and your Golden Bears. Welcome into the Golden Bear Sports Network tonight. I'm Jim Funderburg along with Chris Malenga. And Chris got here just in time for the coin toss, which will probably be interesting. Bears tonight in their white jerseys with the purple and gold trim, the purple pants and the gold helmets. And Wauseon in their traditional red on red with the white numbers and the black and white armbands there with the numbers on their shoulders at this point in time. Should be a good football game tonight, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Wauseon is 3-1 on the season. Golden Bears now 2-2 with that big win last week over Swanton. Come from behind victory. I watched a little bit of that Saturday night, but just to watch it on TV was cool. After experiencing it in real life.
That was a fun game. It took you back to the old days where when Bryan's program was on its top with Austin Schindler, those guys just a few years ago. Chet Dangler and I were going through the whole thing on the way over here tonight, and he was talking about those days. And then the year after that, where we really had a lot of problems and came over and just got kind of bumped around really hard. And first couple of years that Coop was over here, he had some troubles beating the Bears, but the last few years he's gotten his team pretty much girded up and playing well. And at this point in time, they were in the state playoffs the last 3 years, looking to not last year, but 3 years before that.
Right.
Took a little time out last year, and now looking to maybe get back in there this year.
Yeah, they are a senior-laden team, as you said, Jim, early before we got on the air. Definitely a ton of seniors that have been on this Indians team, and guys that start and play both ways.
No doubt. Well, you got Hunter Yaki, who's their quarterback and also plays strong safety for them on the defensive side. Owen Newlove, who is a free safety and also a wide receiver. Both those guys are seniors. Looks like, did Bryan win the toss there, Chris?
I'm looking. It's flipping right now.
There you go. You've got guys like Miguel Gomez, who is a defensive tackle that's a junior, or Trevor Rodriguez, another junior. On the offensive side of the ball, that's, I think, where they're most dangerous, because they do have Junior Martinez, their running back, another senior, Everett Buter. And the answer to that question, Chris, is yes, this is the last boy in the Buter trail right now. So there will not be any more Buters from at least this lineage here over the course of the next couple of years.
Bryan did win the toss, Jim, and they have elected to receive.
Sounds good. Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a good ball game tonight. It is warm out there, so that's going to be something that I think both teams have to deal with this evening. Coach talked a little bit in the extra point the other day about trying to get his team well hydrated and ready to go. So I would think tonight would be a night where you hope you don't see a lot of guys cramping up and heading to the sideline.
Yeah, you got to make sure that you have plenty of water, make sure you stretch out, and the heat, it's hard to believe week 5 and we're talking 90-degree weather today.
Oh, yeah.
This game last year was a mud bowl. It was super rainy. It was raining sideways last year at Golden Bear Stadium.
I'd forgotten all about that. Yeah. So, what a night that was. We've had some really intriguing nights against these guys, haven't we?
Yes, we have. It's just it's the one team that has always been, kind of that. They're just like us. You know what I mean? They're the same kind of gritty team, you know what I mean, and things like that. So
Bryan won the toss, and they're receiving the ball.
Yep.
There you go. Had a little question coming from behind us at this point in time. Good to have you tonight. If you're listening on Q96.5 FM or BryanSports.com, or if you're up on the TuneIn app tonight for the Q here this evening, great to have you with us. And don't forget, because just like you said, Chris, I think last week was one of those games that took you back to the good old days where you really did need to tune in on a Saturday night and watch the replay of that football game. It was so exciting.
And I'm telling you what, I'm not saying this because I work here, but our broadcasts look really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks sweet.
Well, you know what? Every now and then you do have to pat Eric Kermit on the back.
Every now and then.
and without the Slim next to him there at the home games and all the Charettes around Char and the Charettes, it wouldn't be half the production. But they do a nice job, and I agree with you. Good to have those on Channel 3, and they start every Saturday night at 7 o'clock. So if you do happen to miss the ball game or just want to see it again, get Bryan City Cable and get back in and watch the ball game on Saturday nights, plus several times throughout the week, and it's always fun to see the replays. Tonight's ball game being brought to you on the radio by newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Brininger, by AmeriMade Realty, American Family Insurance, Starks Heating and Cooling, Thiel Supply, Fair Auto Repair, and Bryan Ford. And also on the cable side by Bryan Ford, Northwest State Community College, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Krill Funeral Home and Crematory, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Darrow Shirkey Ford, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, and also the fine folks at BMU. And those are our streaming partners, as without those guys, we couldn't make this whole process work.
Beautiful night for football, Jim. It's warm though, but
Yeah.
it's nice out. Not a cloud in the sky, and should be a good game tonight for our game.
I think so. And when you take a look at these two teams, you've got a team that in Wauseon that's coming in after a loss, but it was one of those losses where they were up. You were given the scores in the ball game last week, and they were trailing big early, and then they were able to put a comeback together, but kind of ran out of gas at the very end. Didn't have enough time to make that work. And on Bryan's side, man, it just seemed like Bryan waited until the fourth quarter to turn that switch on.
The last 4 minutes, really, 4.5 minutes. It was uncanny, like games we've played before. You know what I mean?
It really was. So it was an exciting time, and both teams coming in tonight looking for a win. Obviously, Bryan's 1-0 in conference right now, Chris, and Wauseon 0-1. So you lost a tough one here last week to Archibald. You really don't want to give up week number 2 here in the conference. Your second home loss in conference. That would really get things off in a way that Coach Cooper would not be very tickled to see.
I don't think he'd be happy about that at all.
Not at all. Well, we need to step away. When we come back, we will let you take a listen to our interview with the coach here, as we'll be in the Extra Point, brought to you by Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Extra Point with Jim Thunderbird and head coach Grant Redhead.
Welcome into the Extra Point, brought to you by Bryan Ford Lincoln. Coach, I'll tell you, that brought all the excitement back to town last week. What a great way to win.
It was. Those games are exciting as a player, coach, and as a fan. You know, you get totally enveloped and involved in them. And I think that was number 12 or 13 for me. That was a close win like that in my career. And they're always fun. Those are the ones you remember.
They really are. You had a chance to go back and look at the tape and everything. I mean, the first 3 quarters was not the prettiest football I've ever seen us play, obviously. Then all of a sudden you get the fake punt. What happened right on that fake punt? Because there had to be some good things going on. It just was set up so perfectly.
Well, you know, it was the timing. They had lined up all night to it. You know, that's one of the things. I don't run it usually on the first punt. But unless I'm really gambling like Liberty last year, I got one on the very first one. We had seen the alignment. We liked it through film. We actually didn't block it perfect. My right end let the guy come upfield too much, and the up back had to take him. But Nate snuck through there, got good yards after contact, got the first down. Then they tacked the penalty on afterwards.
Yeah.
So that helped.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Seemed to bring life back to the team. I think the videotape from that point on had to look a little better than the first 3 quarters, didn't it?
Yeah, it's quite energizing. You know, in the second half, other than the one score, we didn't give up much. We played better defense. The one score, we just took a bad angle, the guy that should have cleaned his clock, and you know, that's youth. I have 3 sophomores starting in the secondary, so it'll happen. But it really, the kids started playing with emotion and fire, and that's what I had preached to them the entire week before we even played Fairview. Play with some emotion, play with some fire. Now I think they finally understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I've had a number of people ask me, what in the world happened to Swanton? Okay, they looked for 3 quarters like they had everything going in their direction. They were just wearing you down. What happened all of a sudden past that fake punt? Was that the key?
Well, that was the key. We got momentum. Plus, you know, we were in condition.
Yeah.
You know, our guys weren't going down with cramps. We were able to still run full speed. And we were able to go up-tempo offense, which really got them on their heels.
Yeah, they really did. Well, the last quarter was a lot of fun. Now you get the onside kick. That's something that we're accustomed to seeing around here. That magic seems to happen that way around here. It bounced nicely. Tell me what you saw on film right there.
They didn't ever adjust to onside. I mean, when somebody's down a touchdown or down by 3, and you're going for, you know, they're kicking off to you with 3 minutes left, I'm lining up my hands team. You know, we work hands team. We're going to work it, you know, every single week and at least twice, 2 different days. They never put hands team out there. They lined up in regular kickoff return. They only had 2 guys in the area, and neither of them could come up. And, you know, I had 4. So,
yeah.
just a numbers game.
Who ended up with the ball? We couldn't see from our
Spencer
side.
Winsler
Okay,
recovered it.
we thought it was, but we're at an angle, and even with replays and everything, we weren't able to see how the ball got off the ground in whose hand. So, okay, Spencer picked that one up.
Yeah, it was a pretty good play by him. You know, he ended up recovering it, gave us first down. You can't advance it, but you can recover it. And,
Yep.
you know, that was the ball game. You know, we ground out some time, and we were a little too cautious in prevent. Gave them too much for my liking.
Yeah.
We were way too far backed off. We worked on that this week. Listen, you don't have to go 5 miles deep, just a little deeper than normal. Make sure nobody gets behind you, but, you know, we didn't have anybody underneath. They advanced a little bit, couldn't get a good field goal off.
Yeah, another 5 or 6 yards. That young fella had the leg to get it there, though.
Yes, possibly.
He had a pretty good kicking leg. Well, that was good. A big win at home, a big win in the league. We got a great game here coming. We're on the road this week. We'll be back to talk Wauseon right after this timeout.
Things are pretty much business as usual here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Our techs are providing the same high-quality service that everyone in Northwest Ohio expects. Our sales team is providing our customers with the best price on new and pre-owned vehicles. Everyone is focused on winning another President's Award from Ford. Yeah, pretty much business as usual. Oh, I guess there is one thing different. Stop out and see the all-new Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career or take your existing skills to a whole new level. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
Coach, this week now you got to pack them up. You got to take them over to Wauseon, which is never an easy place to play.
You just said a bad word. It's the team to the east around here.
I got you.
We pull out the banner. You know, this is a big week. It's a big game. It's a big league game. So we're going to sit there and you know, rally the troops and go to war over there.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. They've got a good quarterback who also is a middle linebacker or a linebacker for him, in the Yaki kid. All right. So he's going to be a handful on both sides of the football. How do you deal with him?
Well, you know, he's one that he runs the ball well. Their offense isn't solely designed around him with what they're running with their toss and things like that. So not the best passer, so that's a plus. We don't have a dual threat there. You know, the run and attack is where they're going to beat you. They'll hit you with a pass here and there, but, you know, he throws two main passes, the out and the fade, and as long as we can defend those, hopefully we can take that away and make them one-dimensional.
Got a good-sized kid, the New Love kid, who's their one wide receiver. That's 6'4". It's always tough dealing with a kid that's got that kind of size.
It is. You know, I like the way our corners are playing. They do a good job getting right up on you. They've done a much better job since preseason of guarding one-on-one and doing some different things. So, you know, we have to get pressure on the passer. We can't let him just set his feet and throw because he does have an arm. It's just not the most accurate. But the New Love kid can run under the ball and make something happen. So we got to prevent that.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I know Coach Cooper brought back several return starters for both sides of the ball. So this isn't a football team that doesn't have some experience to it.
No, they're not totally green. You know, they took a hard loss last week, so I'm sure he'll have them rebounding and they're going to be ready. You know, we've always, well, the past 2 years we played them quite close.
Yeah.
And you know, the big thing is it's a conference game. You know, I think the kids are re-energized. You know, they're going to go in. Our strengths, you know, their secondary isn't the best, but our passing game is strong. So, you know, I think our lines will cancel each other out, and we just got to make plays.
Yeah. We got to see more of the hurry up, you think, against these guys or not?
Depending on circumstances and things like that. You know, you got to take the weather into account. It's going to be really hot, cramps, hydration. You know, we're doing a lot early this week to try and make sure the kids' bodies are ready. But we can't just go out there and go 30 seconds in 3 plays and the defense is back on the field. We don't want to do that to our defense. So we'll use it at times, but we have to be smart about it.
Yeah. It's going to be a warm night, probably the first warm night you had, and I think also this last week has been a difficult one with the fog and the heat and the rain and everything else. to put a practice week together as well.
Yeah, it's been a little different. Tuesday, we only got out for a little bit, and we had to come in due to thunder. You know, whenever you hear it or whenever you see lightning, state rule says you got to come in, and I don't mess with that rule. I don't try and skirt around it. I had experience with, you know, when I was a coach, other coaches had kids that got struck by lightning, and I'm never going to have that on my conscience. Yeah. It's not worth it. You know, we had a decent day Monday and yesterday, and Tuesday was a little short, but we used it for a lot of film and walk through time and make sure a line and a sign that we knew what we were doing. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a big one. What's it going to take to get a W over there in the town to the east?
Well, I like that. That was good. Yeah, we're gonna have to play solid football. You know, do we have to play our A game? Yeah, you know, we not the best we've ever played, but we have to play with some emotion like we did in the fourth quarter last week. We have to carry that over and play with some excitement. You know, I tell the boys there's going to be ups and downs, hills and valleys. We're going to do things right, and then we're going to have a penalty. We can't fall apart. We just have to keep playing the next play and you know, move forward from there. So hopefully, you know, they'll stay together as a team and keep moving in the right direction and just kind of band together.
That sounds good. Coach, that'll do it. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
That'll wrap it up. Football's next here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is committed to providing you the best value for your insurance dollar. We are an agency built on integrity, offering personal service and sound advice you can trust. That's why we partner with experienced carriers like the Central Mutual Insurance Company for your auto, home, or business insurance needs. Central's quality insurance products are reasonably priced and backed by prompt, professional service, providing value for your peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
And we're back here at Wauseon. Jim Funderburg along with Chris Malenga as we get ready for the kickoff of tonight's game. Week number 2 in the NWAL, and the Bears and the Indians are going to go at it here tonight. It should be a really good ball game. For the Bears, Chris, I think the one thing that you wonder is how will they carry that momentum over into this Friday night ball game? And I don't know that you can. I mean, it's just a week ago, and then how do you keep them revved up and ready to go, I guess?
Yeah, that's going to be definitely the key. I think the weather is going to play a factor. Right now, here in Wauseon, it's 88 degrees under clear skies. It feels like 97 degrees. There's a 20% chance of precipitation. Most of the precipitation is north of the border. Winds are out of the southeast at 2 miles an hour. So I mean, it's gonna be a warm night, and so you're gonna have to worry about hydration and not cramping and staying cool, and you know, not getting exhausted. You know, you go out and these guys playing both ways. They're playing every snap, or you know, the majority of the snaps. It's gonna be a challenge for both teams.
Well, you take a look at just the Wauseon side of the football right now. You know, Hunter Yaki, their fine senior quarterback, is gonna play both ways. Connor Pedron's going to go both ways. He's their backup quarterback and also kind of a backup wing player. You've also got Everett Buter, who will come in at times. Owen Newlove will be in there for every snap. Junior Martinez will bounce in here and there. That entire offensive line that they have sitting out there will bounce in and out on the defensive side of the ball at some point in time. So while they are senior-driven with a number of seniors on both sides, I don't think they're quite as deep as what they have been in the past at times, and I know Coop understands that as well. The other thing he understands is he doesn't want to get off to a bad start here at home. He lost last week here to Archibald. Like to turn the ship around here tonight, and you know Coop, man, he's the kind of guy that can insert his will at times on his football team.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this is only one of 4 league games going on tonight, Jim. Evergreen and Swanton, that's in Swanton tonight. Delta at Liberty Center tonight, that should be a shellacking. And also it's Patrick Henry at Archibald, so that should be a good game tonight.
Yeah, that'll give you a good feel for where PH lines up in the pecking order here this year when you see those two guys square off here tonight. And so we'll just have to see. It's going to be a fun night around the conference. A big win if Coach Redhead can bring his guys in here and pick this one off. they've played Wauseon pretty well the last couple of years, and let's see if they can do the same thing here tonight. With that, we're getting close to kickoff. Why don't we step away, take one final break, and when we get back, we'll get ready to give you the starting lineups and get this ball game started here in Wauseon. You're watching and listening to high school football here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Dara Shirky Ford Lincoln's employee discount is available to everyone, and the savings on new Ford trucks is incredible.
I'm Dieter with Daryl Shirky Ford Lincoln, showing you the brand new 2017 Ford F-150 XLT. Has an MSRP of $42,040, with Ford rebates up to $5,250. With a Daryl Shirky employee discount of $4,335, bringing the price of the truck to $32,455, and you'll save up to $10,000 on this truck.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Back here at Wauseon Harmon Field as the Wauseon Indians now take the field. Getting close to the national anthem here tonight. And Chris, let's go back to last week. It was one of those exciting ball games for the Bears, just like the good old days.
Yep.
And it all started with a fake punt.
Yep, fake punt, and you had it called, Jim. Nate Miller was lined up as your safety, your valve there, and they snapped it right to Nate. Nate able to get a first down, and then after the first down, he ended up getting an extra 15 tacked on for, it was a face mask call out of bounds. And so, you know, it just added on to that.
Yeah, it's an interesting night, and then you get the onside kick.
Yep.
Nice catch in the end zone by Smith for the touchdown, and the Bears became the Magic Bears that we saw just a few years ago. We'll step away for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups, and we'll kick here in Wauseon on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Things are pretty much business as usual here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Our techs are providing the same high-quality service that everyone in Northwest Ohio expects. Our sales team is providing our customers with the best price on new and pre-owned vehicles. Everyone is focused on winning another President's Award from Ford. Yeah, pretty much business as usual. Oh, I guess there is one thing different. Stop out and see the all-new Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career or transfer your credits toward a bachelor's degree. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
An insurance policy is essentially a promise to pay for covered losses that occur to your assets. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, we take this promise seriously, from the minute you accept the policy to the moment the loss occurs and beyond. That's why we place your auto, home, or business insurance with an experienced carrier like the Central Mutual Insurance Company. Our expertise, matched with Central's quality products and service, provide you protection, security, and peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal. They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
It's Bryan High School football on the Golden Bears Sports Network, BMU Channel 3, BryanSports.com, and WQCT Bryan. Chris Malenga and Jim Funderburg here at Harmon Field in Wauseon. And Jim, going to be a good night for football, but a warm one.
It is going to be a warm one. And tonight, the American Family Insurance starting lineups. For the Bears who won the toss, they'll start on offense. Obviously, the quarterback is Zach Novus. He'll be throwing to Bryson Andrews, to Evan Smith, to Austin Dean, and Devontae Royster. His running backs, as the night goes on, they'll alternate, I'm sure, between Wagner, Dom James, and Noah Bonney. And then the big guys up front, Ian Moores at right tackle, Keegan Brown at right guard, Travis Beck is the center, left guard is Tyler Hartsock, and the left tackle, Chemi Sanchez. On the other side for the Wauseon Indians today, their defensive secondary looks like this. Hunter Yaki, who is the quarterback, will play strong safety. Connor Penrod, who is a backup quarterback, and running back will be their cornerback.
He's a freshman too, Jim.
Yeah, young guy. Matt Malone, the other quarterback. Dawson Roop, the other quarterback, the other cornerback. And Owen Newlove will be the free safety in that backfield. Outside linebacker is Joey Shima, and the inside backers are Isaac Wilson and Xavier Torres. And with that, the defensive front will look like this. Zeb Smith, Cam Sauber, Miguel Gomez, and Trevor Rodriguez will be the guys on the downside of that defensive line. Squib kick, and the Bears come up and scoop it up at about the 22-yard line. Heading back up the Wauseon sideline, and out of bounds goes Logan Clemens. So Clemens with a pretty decent return, Chris. He handled the football well, which is, I think, the first idea on a little squibber like that one, and then got positive yardage where the Bears can start right now on about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Jim, what's odd about that is that they had their punter kick off. So the kicker is number 19, Andrew Gray, but Dawson Rupp, the punter, kicked off.
So the Bears will send a pair to the top, and Royster will be the tight end here on the home side, the short side of the field, and he'll have Bryson Andrews right in front of us. Single running back in the backfield, and I believe that's James. They'll roll towards the right. Here comes the pressure, and Novus is going to be dropped in the backfield by 42, Matt Malone, who came up from his defensive backfield spot on a delayed blitz and dropped Zach Novus back to the 25-yard line. So Bears' first down play is not a good one, as they lose about 8 yards. It'll be second down and 18.
Yeah, I got to worry about the protection tonight of Zach Novus, because he needs to have some time to get the offense run.
Novus again with the running back to his right now. That is Dom James. Doubles to the home side this time, and a single on the top side, which is the visitor side. The Bears going from your right to your left, and he turns and hands to James, who tries the left side of that offensive line, and there are too many red shirts just waiting for him. That'll be a loss of about maybe a foot or so, as he got very close to the line of scrimmage. But the guys that were in the middle of it, Connor Penrod, and also down in the middle, Gomez and Rodriguez, and absolutely no push by the Bears offensive line.
That's something they're going to need to figure out tonight, Jim. Otherwise, it's going to be a very long night for the Bears.
Bears send 3 wide receivers to the home side this time. That's the wide side of the field. Running back to the left now of Novus, and the tight end in tight up on the visitor side. High snap. Novus drops. Looks to throw. He's running out of time. He lets go of it, and it's fought for at around the 42-yard line. That was Hunter Yaki, who was coming back on the coverage on Bryson Andrews. Ball thrown kind of up where both guys could get it, Andrews couldn't pull it in. Yaki helped knock it away, and with that, it'll be 4th down and 18, and the Bears will have to kick this football away.
Not a good first start for the Golden Bears, Jim.
Penrod is standing back on his 45-yard line, and Miller will kick from his 10. No score right now on the main stop scoreboard, just underway. Low snap that Miller was able to field. Penrod will grab it. He lost it then, and it fell to the carpet at about the 46-yard line, and he on top of it, 1st down and 10, Indians. I think he was looking downfield a little bit quick there, Chris. Connor took his eyes off of it. It kind of got to his chest. The next thing you know, it was on the ground, and he did the smart thing, just fall right in front of yourself on the football for a 1st down and 10, rather than maybe have to fight somebody in a gold helmet for that ball.
Good field position for Wauseon to start.
So Wauseon will bring Hunter Yaki out, and he will work out of a shotgun start. But now they move up a little closer to something more like a pistol. To his right is Junior Martinez, the single running back. They've got 2 wing backs, one on each side, and the wing back from the top will come around on the pitch. That's Everett Buter. Buter makes a couple guys miss, and he's ahead for a 1st down as he works the Wauseon sideline all the way into Bryan territory at the 40-yard line. So give him about 14 on that opening carry, and I don't think Coach Redhead's real happy with the way things got started.
You know, they had good pressure into the backfield, but they just missed tackles in the backfield.
The wingbacks here tonight is Xavier Torres, he's 18, and Owen Newlove, or I'm sorry, Everett Buter. And they send Torres in motion, and they'll give him the football. He'll sweep around the visitor's end, and he's got room on the sideline. He's still on his feet at the 20, and then he's tumbled down to about the 14-yard line. So that power sweep towards the visitor's sideline, and they got the corner, Chris, and once Torres turned the corner, things were going their way, but there's laundry on the ground back here around the 35-yard line, and I think this was coming back for a holding call.
Yeah, probably.
37 is where the flag is. That's where they say Wauseon held. That was just about the point of impact as they were going around that corner on the visitor sideline. So maybe that's the reason why that sideline got so wide open all of a sudden, Chris.
Yeah.
1st down now at 20 as the ball gets moved back inside outside the 45 to about the 47-yard line of Bryan. Got to go down to about the 30, so it's 1st down at about 17. Yaki makes the fake into the line of scrimmage. He rolls to his right and he throws, and he's got his man. That's Buter, and Buter out in the flats has a nice pickup as he's inside the 30, and then he gets knocked down at about the 24-yard line. So just like that, they needed 17.
Got 23.
23 for the 1st down, and that one just absolutely looked easy.
Yeah, it was in the flat too, and he made something after the play.
Torres is the wing on the right. Buter is the wing on the left. The running back is Junior Martinez, and he's directly behind Hunter Yaki right now. Now he moves to his right, and he'll give him the ball on the dive play, and he's got a little bit of room off left guard as he crosses the 25 before he gets knocked down at the 21. So a nice pickup of about 3 for Martinez, and the interior of that offensive line for Wauseon so far has been pretty solid.
Yes, they have.
8:50 and counting here in the 1st quarter. First time down the block for the Wauseon Indians here tonight. They'll turn and hand to their running back again, and he'll get a couple more yards. Junior Martinez, a senior, went straight up the middle of the field. He'll be inside the 20 to about the 16, so give him almost 5. And that is a 3rd down now and a couple for the Wauseon Indians with the football on the 21-yard line. Wingbacks now offset to the home side, and one running back to the left of the quarterback, and he will pitch that ball to that running back, Buter, and Buter tries to sweep right in, and he runs into some stiff competition right around the 15-yard line. Got about a yard, needed 2, and I think this is going to set up a 4th down now and a yard. I think the first guy in on that was Matt Harold, who has been really coming on as of late. A little bit of help also over there by Alex Potvin and Spencer Winsler. Winsler was the guy last week that got that onside kick.
Yes, he was.
And we went back and looked at that. Coaches confirmed that. Now a running back to either side of the quarterback, Yaki, and he will turn and fake the ball to the dive back. The pitch back is going in for the touchdown as Xavier Torres takes the pitch, turns the corner on the visitor sideline, and runs to the end zone 15 yards. That's a touchdown. Everybody in a gold helmet bit on that dive play to Rodriguez, and that pitch was absolutely wide open.
He had nobody in front of him but green grass, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how you draw it up if you're
That's
Cooper.
right.
And just like that, the main stop scoreboard shows it 6-0 Wauseon. 7:22 to play here in the opening quarter. Extra point about ready to be tried. Good snap, good hold, and the kick floats right on through the uprights to make it 7-0. So we'll step away. Bears trail 7-0 here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dieter Held, here to tell you a little bit about the Darrow Shirky Ford Lincoln Employee Discount. This is a Ford Escape S package with an MSRP of $24,495. Ford is offering a $3,500 rebate on this Escape. And here's where the Darrow Shirky Employee Discount comes into play. It takes an additional $1,476 off the price of the Escape, bringing the total to $19,519.
How much can Darrow Shirky's employee discount save you? The only way you'll know is to stop by and see us.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Another squib kick picked up by the short guy. That's James, and James has some room. He's out across the 40-yard line to the 42-yard line. And again, if the idea is to keep it out of the hands of Austin Dean and also Logan Clemens deep, Chris, I think you might have to start thinking about that one a little bit, because Dom James did a real nice job of scooping that one up, getting you an extra dozen yards or so and setting you up in some pretty nice field position.
Yeah, they got they're on the 42-yard line.
So the Bears with their second opportunity of the night, and they will send Evan Smith wide to the top of the screen on the visitor side, which is the wide side of the football field right now. Dean's in the slot up there, and then you have Bryson Andrews, the flanker, and they'll try to go the opposite way as the halfback reverse gets sniffed out pretty quickly. Nova started to roll towards his wide receiver cluster, and he handed off at the last second to Dom Smith in the backfield.
He'll lose two.
Smith was hit immediately. And instead of losing about 4 or 5, he lost a couple. And it'd be second down now and 12. So the misdirection worked extremely well for Coach Cooper. Didn't work quite as well for Coach Redhead on that play.
Yeah.
Clemens goes to the top of the screen this time. He's the wide out on the visitor side. Again, the wide side. Quarterback keeper to get back the yards they just lost, plus a couple. Nobis will lean his way into about the 43-yard line. So it'll set up a third down at about 9 now. The Bears really don't want to have to give this ball up this quick, I wouldn't think, Chris.
No, absolutely not. We were only 6:17 left in the first quarter.
Smith and Clemens to the top. Dean sitting down here with Bryson Andrews as they go doubles top and bottom with flankers on both sides. James the back. Nobis throws across the middle. He's got his guy. That's Smith, and I think he's got plenty for the first down as he's in Wauseon territory with the completion at the 46-yard line. Give it about 13 on the toss
11.
and catch. 11. And just enough for the first down and 10 as the train goes by Harmon Field here. Just one of the part of the ambiance here as the night goes on, like the lights go down, and you know.
The 8th train I've seen tonight.
Doubles again, same arrangement. This time they will bring Smith in motion towards the visitor side. Now we have 3 on the home side. Fake, quarterback keeper, and again a nice pickup on first down as he's across the 45 to about the 44-yard line. First guy in on the stop was Cam Sauber, but Zach Nobis with about 3 yards on first down makes it second down and 7. you're just joining us, 5:16 here in the opening quarter. That's all that's left. Bears trail 7-0 here on the main stop scoreboard. Bears had the football for their first drive, went 3 and out. Wauseon took the ball, drove it in. Now it's 7-0. Bears on their second attempt here in this very warm football night in Wauseon, Ohio. Novus throws the little flanker screen out to Smith. He has some room up the visitor sideline to the 40 and inside to about the 37-yard line. He'll be about a yard shy on that catch and run. And it sets up a very manageable, though, third down. They're going to say about a yard and a half, almost 2. When you look at the marking now, they just moved that down marker over, so third down and 1. Bears go with doubles again, top and bottom. Flankers on both sides. Dom James, the only running back, and he's sitting to the left of his quarterback, and this is a quarterback keeper, and that'll be enough for a first down. Interior, that offensive line did a real nice job. Brown and Beck and Hartzog pushed that forward, and a nice little run for Zach Novus gets the first down and puts the ball down at about the 33-yard line.
Nice pickup of 4.
Just what you need, Chris. This is much more like the drive that Coach Redhead was hoping for, and Coach Goody. Bears send a couple to the top. Clemens and Smith. Couple to the bottom. Getting that pistol look for Zach Novus. He's looking to throw that little screen to Dom James. James around the home end. He'll get maybe a short gain, as there were just too many guys in a red shirt over there. Hunter Yaki was the first guy over to make the tackle. They'll get about a yard, maybe 2. Second down, call it a short 9. Clock down to 3:41 to play here in the opening quarter. The Bears in the Indians' territory right now.
First time they've crossed the 50.
That's a good thing. Novus in the pistol. James to his left. Doubles again, top and bottom. Flanker on both sides. Bears look like they might have jumped a little bit. This one's going deep down the sideline and way out of bounds. No laundry on the football field, but it looked almost like the top receivers were off a half a beat too early. Third down now and 9 on the incompletion, and again, some very good coverage down the field.
Yeah, Dawson Rupp took his man and just forced him out of bounds, basically.
He's a big boy, too.
Yes, he is.
So that is Bryson Andrews. He's the wide out here on our side. Dean in the flank on the home side. Smith in the flank on the visitor's side. Throw's going to go right across the middle. Is too high. Almost picked off down around the 10-yard line as it spun over the top of the head and off the hands of Logan Clemens. Back playing deep safety was Owen Newlove, and Newlove made a dive at it, but really didn't have much of a chance to scoop that off the turf. Fourth down now and 9, and with the football at the 32-yard line of Wauseon. Looks like Coach Redhead's going to roll the dice here, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, a punt's not going to get you anything.
Yep. So Novus has James to his left. He's got Smith sitting up on the top with Logan Clemens. Dean in the flank down here along with Andrews as the wide receiver. Here comes the blitz. He got rid of it just in time. It's a little bit behind Dean, and he wasn't able to pull it in down around the 22-yard line. That would have been close to the first down. Ball was thrown just a little behind him, and Austin did the best that he could to try to pull that one in, but it had a little mustard on it. Got through his hands and incomplete.
Yeah, it just was tough there because the pressure was coming. He had to get rid of it maybe a little sooner than he wanted to.
Zach Novus was under some pretty intense heat coming from that top end spot.
Let's take a look at some scores. Fairview and Wayne Trace are tied at 7 early in the first quarter. It's Hicksville over Edgerton 7-0. That's going to be a great game. No score yet. Delta Liberty Center. Ayersville's up on Antwerp 6-0. Pandora Gilboa over Lipsick 6-0. Hilltop and Eden are scoreless. Salino over Ottawa Glandor 7-0. Toledo Christian Montpelier are scoreless. Holgain's Nor are scoreless. Bluffton over Paulding 7-0. Perrysburg and Southview scoreless. Archbold over Patrick Henry 7-0. And it's 7-7 Columbus Grove and Crestview. 7-0 Defiance over Bath.
Oh, wow.
And that's what we've got so far tonight, Jim.
Well, Wauseon goes back on offense. Yaki will be the quarterback. Martinez, the running back. The left wing is Everett Buter. The right wing is Xavier Torres. And their one wide receiver is Owen Newlove. Big Chet Dangler down there on the sideline trying to get this Golden Bear crowd revved up tonight. But it's a little warm, and Chet's got his work cut out for him tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little flanker screen out to Dawson Roop, and he gets knocked down, but not after he gets about 6 yards. Got the ball out to him, got the cut. Was caught and got it up the football field. Bears did a pretty decent job up there on the top end. Isaiah Hale was the one of the defenders up there. Bears, I would think, are probably going to move a few folks in and out. Connor Arthur, also the other young guy that was up there playing on the top of that screen. Handoff dive play, right side, couple yards, first down. Pretty easy little tote for Junior Martinez, and they're going to actually mark him about a yard shy, Chris. I thought he was past that line to get, but instead they say he's 3rd down and 1, and the ball's right at the 41-yard line with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to play.
Had to get to the 42, so that's a good call there.
Buter's in the wing on this side, and Roop is the wide receiver on this side. Single wide receiver on the top. The wingback heading towards the top of the screen goes Torres. Handoff on the counter play goes to Martinez, and Martinez is able to rip off about 5 or 6 yards before all of a sudden he gets wrapped up and knocked down, and that was Matt Harold that put the hit on him. But not till he got to almost the midfield stripe, and it was plenty for the first down.
You're going to spot that right at midfield.
Second drive of the night here for the Wauseon Indians, and Coach Cooper was happy with the first one, I'm sure, Chris.
Yeah, that drive was a, let's see, it was a 6-play, 54-yard drive. Oh.
Keeper by the quarterback, Yaki, and then he throws it at the very last second, and it's incomplete. Yaki did a nice job of getting away from the heat as he had some big shoes coming at him. Noah Rohrer was the guy that was putting the pressure on him.
He just juked him out right out of the way, didn't he?
Sidestepped him and then got rid of the football, but the ball not thrown all that well, and the incompletion sets up a 2nd down and 10.
It's a good thing it wasn't thrown all that well, because the Wauseon defender had nobody in front of him.
It was not a pretty picture. You're right.
It wasn't.
They go with doubles to the top and a wing receiver on both sides. They're back in that single wing look.
Ooh.
Bad snap. Yaki able to pick it up. Gets the ball out to Everett Buter. Buter ran into too many Golden Bears, as that one was kind of screwed up with a low snap and then a bad pitch. And Buter was wrapped up and knocked down after he lost about a yard there. And the Bears on the stop got to be happy with Joe Fenner, who came in from his defensive tackle spot. And also a little help from Noah Rohrer back there. And the Bears really sniffed that one out nicely. 3rd down and 11. We're under a minute to play here in the opening quarter. Iñaki, this time in the pistol look, he moves his running back Martinez to his right. Drops straight back. Here comes the heat. Now he's going to keep it himself. Right up the middle of the football field. Gets a good block from Martinez. And he's going to be very close to the first down as he's inside Golden Bear territory. And it just depends on where they spot him. If they spot him right at the 40-yard line, that's a first down. If it's anything short of the 40-yard line, then it will be just a little bit short. But if you remember, the nose of that ball was right at the 50. So it is that close. They're going to bring the chains over.
And the 40-yard line is kind of not straight.
Yeah, there was a little wiggle in that 40 here tonight, isn't there, huh? No doubt about that. Clock is stopped with 33 ticks left on it here in the opening quarter of play. Why don't we we keep it here. We're in pretty good shape for commercials and everything.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, we just keep it right here while we take a look at this measurement.
I think he's just got it by the nose of the football. Oh, maybe not.
They stretch it out, they look at it, and he's short by about 3 inches.
Wow.
That's an interesting call. We'll see how this one goes from here.
And where he's going to place the ball down, he's more like 4.5 inches because that line kicks out.
Well, maybe that line will come into play with us here tonight.
That's right.
So it'll be a 4th down situation now for the Wauseon Indians. 4th down and just a fraction. And the ball is on the Bryan 40-yard line, just shy of the 40, and they have to get legitimately to the 40 to be able to get the first down.
Look for quarterback sneak right here.
New Love goes to the very top. They're back into that single wing look with the wing backs to the right and to the left, and the single running back in the backfield. That's Martinez, and I would not be surprised if Yaki doesn't call his own number. But nope, it's that pitch around the corner to Torres, and Torres will have enough for the first down. But Logan Clemens there for the tackle, and this time the Bears didn't bite on that inside fake. First down was a good one, and it's tough to kind of stop Torres, I think, with a running start like that. But the last time he touched it, he scampered into the end zone with it. So a good job by the Bears to just keep him to about 2. That'll do it for the first quarter as we're down under 10 seconds and both teams willing to let the clock roll to the end. We've got one of the books here. The main stop scoreboard showed the Bears down 7-0 to the Wauseon Indians here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
We're back. Harmon Field. Bryan with 2 first downs in the first quarter. Wauseon with 5. 18 total yards for Bryan, 94 for Wauseon. So there's a real quick first quarter stats comparison.
Well, there you go.
That's
you have
ready to go.
Yaki right now in the pistol look. First down and 10, running back to his right. They go to that wing look, and now they'll sweep towards the right. He'll keep it this time, cut it back inside. Not a whole lot of room as the Bears right there for the cutback. He'll advance the ball down to about the 36-yard line, so give him a couple on that first down run. Yaki likes to run that option offense with that wing look, and that time he called his own number as he read it down that line of scrimmage and decided he had the best shot at things.
You know, they actually sort of look a little bit like Swanton.
Oh, very much
when they go into that kind of formation.
Torres is the wing back on the right-hand side. And you have Buter on the wing here on the left-hand side. Now the quarterback all by himself in the backfield. He'll roll to his left. He's got some heat coming. Stepped away from the initial runner and now has to call his own number, and he'll be down at the 36-yard line. Again, a nice job by the Bears to get some pressure there. Alex Potvin, but an even better move by Hunter Yaki to be able to get around Potvin, which would have been about a 3-yard loss, and make it a couple-yard gain. So it's third down now, and call it a short 8. New Love, the wide receiver, he'll be on the visitor side and out wide. They'll go back into this wing T look with the wings at the top to the right and to the left. And again, they leave Torres to the right and Buter to the left. He'll go in motion now, heading towards the visitor sideline. The throw is going to go back to the other wing back to Torres out in the right flat, who's covered extremely well. And basically, Yaki had to put it up there where nobody could get to it, and it went over everybody's head and out of bounds. Will be incomplete.
You know, on that last play, Yaki looked a little Austin Schindler-esque.
Yeah, he did.
Make those guys miss like Austin used to do.
Fourth down now in a short 8, and at this point in time, it looks like Wauseon is going to keep that offensive unit on the football field.
Well, though they don't have Swanton's kicker.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good thing, because that young guy just about knocked one through there at the end of that ball game last week. Martinez is the running back. He's right behind Yaki, who's in the pistol at the middle of the football field. Got a wing to his right and a wing to his left. Buter goes in motion towards the visitor sideline. They'll look the other way, and then the delayed handoff, and it's going to get the first down as Martinez gets a wide open center of the football field, and he's up inside the 25 and down to the 22-yard line. That little draw play had everybody going in the opposite direction. Wauseon spread them out pretty wide, and then that handoff went right up the center of the football field. And Martinez gets the first down at the 22-yard line. First down and 10 now. Just underway in quarter number 2.
They missed a chop block there on the offensive line of Wauseon. One of the Bryan guys coming through just got pancaked.
Martinez now moves to the right. Buter will go in motion. They'll pitch him the ball as they sweep towards the visitor sideline. Bad pitch, and Buter had to go backwards to get it. And by the time he got back there were Bears everywhere, and they knock him down for a loss all the way back to the 30-yard line. Nice job by the Bears that time to come in with that kind of pressure, Chris. Good to see that that Bears unit really starting to come after you. And I think that was 13 Connor Arthur again that was putting that pressure on there, along with Logan Clemens. Clemens putting a lot of time in on this football field here tonight. The loss was 7. It's second down and 17. Martinez now steps to the left, and they bring a man in motion towards the home sideline. Way too long. Bears pick up the football, and they're running. It's the 40, the 30. It's a foot race right now. Matt Harold's going to catch the end zone all by himself.
I don't see any flags or anything. I don't see anybody down.
Noah Rohrer put the heat on. He caught Hunter Yaki by surprise from the back. The ball came loose, and guess who scooped it up in mid-stride? Matt Harold. And Harold went rumbling down the football field for a big touchdown run. And this ball game, all of a sudden, it's gotten interesting again.
Yes, it has. That was great defense by the Golden Bears. That was a, let's see, a 65-yard touchdown return.
That's what I would guess
right?
at right
was
there.
That the 35?
Right, the 35-yard line looked like where he picked it up. Nice job by the Bears. That route was taken way too long. Yaki couldn't see the pressure coming. It was coming from the visitor sideline, and he was looking down the home sideline to try to find a wide receiver, and he just ran out of time before Noah Rohrer got there.
I don't know what's going on with the officials.
Sized him up, knocked the ball loose, and the next thing you know, big number 15 Matt Harold had the ball in his hands and was sprinting his way down the football field. Good to see the big fella can run, Chris.
Yeah.
Extra point is up and good, and this ball game is tied at 7. So on the main stop scoreboard, Wauseon 7, Bryan 7, 9:15 to play here in the opening half on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Things are pretty much business as usual here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Our techs are providing the same high-quality service that everyone in Northwest Ohio expects. Our sales team is providing our customers with the best price on new and pre-owned vehicles. Everyone is focused on winning another President's Award from Ford. Yeah, pretty much business as usual. Oh, I guess there is one thing different. Stop out and see the all-new Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Back here in Wauseon, Jim Funderburg along with Chris Malenga. Good to have you with us tonight if you're on the radio at 96.5 FM, the Q, or if you're out listening on the stream there with TuneIn or off the website, or even on the BryanSports.com site here tonight, as the Bears with a defensive touchdown. Don't see that one too often, Chris.
Yeah.
And they came out and
they were on the wrong side of the field
to kick the ball in the wrong direction there.
That wouldn't have been good. Yeah, it was a fumble recovery. Hunter Yaki got hit by Rohrer, and then Matt Harold picked the ball up and lumbered 65 yards for the touchdown.
Buter's the deep guy back. He's at about the 5-yard line. He's got two up backs saying it out there. Martinez is on the visitor's side. Over on our side, you've got Dawson Roop. And right in the middle is Xavier Torres. He's at about the 20-yard line. So they've got a little diamond going on right there between the 20 and the 5-yard line. Smith about ready to kick this thing off. And he'll kick a line drive that will hit Newlove in the chest on the right side. He'll get out to the 30 to about the 32-yard line. That is Martinez, in fact, 25, I'm sorry, instead of 24. So Martinez with the kick returns it to the 30-yard line. It's first down and 10 now, Wauseon. And they'll mark him actually at 32. The 32 now when it's over and done with. 9:07 to play third quarter.
The last time Wauseon had the ball, it was a fumble and a touchdown for the Golden Bears. Let's see if we can do something similar.
Hunter Yaki will probably be listening for some footsteps now as the night goes on. He's got Torres again, this time now more in a pro set, right off to his right, and Martinez to his left. And now they send Torres in motion towards the home sideline. Yaki drops to throw, looks to throw deep, and this one is going to be through the hands of a Bryan Golden Bear as it was trying to get it to Buter out around the 40-yard line of the
Nate
Golden
Miller.
Bears.
No, it wasn't Nate Miller. It was
13 Connor Arthur. Arthur, who went up and couldn't pull it down, but the good news was Buter was also in a bad spot behind him, and he had no place to go. So
what's interesting to me, Jim, is that the Bears are getting pressure rushing only 3.
Yeah. Done very well with that so far tonight. 9 minutes to play in the opening half. I formation now. Martinez will step over to the left side of Yaki. They'll bring their man in motion and they'll dive the football off to Martinez, and he's still running middle of the football field, and he's on his way. 40 of Bryan, 30, nobody around him but his own blocker. 10-yard line and a touchdown. So the Bears got a big one on defense, and then the Indians got a big one on offense as he goes 58 yards with that one. 68 yards with that one from the 32. My apologies. Martinez looked like he was slowed down in the center of that football field off right guard. The next thing you know, the legs kept churning, and there were no white jerseys around him. He had a blocker to his left, and he just cut it straight up the middle of the football field, took the shortest lane to the end zone and got it there, and the extra point is up and good. And just like that, 2 big quick scores, and it's now 14-7 Wauseon on the main stop scoreboard as we step away from the ball game tonight on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career or take your existing skills to a whole new level. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is committed to providing you the best value for your insurance dollar. We are an agency built on integrity, offering personal service and sound advice you can trust. That's why we partner with experienced carriers like the Central Mutual Insurance Company for your auto, home, or business insurance needs. Central's quality insurance products are reasonably priced and backed by prompt, professional service, providing value for your peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
At Creel Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed.
Back here in Wauseon, Jim and Chris on a Friday night, and we've got 8 minutes and 44 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Chris, what's going on around the area that catch your eye?
14-0, Shawnee over Van Wert. Same score, Ayersville, Antwerp. Ayersville on top of that one. Wayne Trace now over Fairview, 13-7. It is Hilltop and Eden scoreless. Hicksville and Edgerton tied at 7. Liberty Center over Delta 21-0. It is Salina over OG 14-0. And let's see, Patrick Henry and Archbold tied up in the first quarter.
Roop's going to kick. Roop's going to kick again here, Chris. And it's been low line drives, and with this, Dean and Clemens will both move up to about the 15-yard line.
I was going to ask if it's an injury, but Gray's been kicking the extra points.
I think he just does a little better job of this, trying to make it go bounce sideways as Dean picks it up, runs the middle of the football field. Now he reverses motion, and they grab him by the jersey and drop him at about the 18. Dean was across the 20 at about the 22-yard line. Instead of going forward, he chose to go out around the visitor's wing. And as he made his way around the corner, somebody in a red shirt grabbed him by the jersey and flung him back a couple yards. So ball will be saddled about the 19-yard line, first down and 10, Golden Bears. And the Bears now all of a sudden have to answer a quick strike that Wauseon put on the board, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a quick strike for them on the defensive side, and then Wauseon just 2 plays.
Went way too quickly is where I'm looking at it. We've got a new number in the back. Well, that's Noah Bonney back there playing running back. Ball thrown across the middle, and they got the big tight end. Bears with a nice big pickup as they go right across to Devontae Royster on that post pattern, the crossing pattern coming across the football field. They hook up at the 35-yard line. That's enough for the first down after they pick up
16.
Big gain.
Good job. I like getting the tight end involved on the offense, not just a blocker.
No doubt about that. He's such a big guy. He's such a big target. You would think that you would really be able to make something happen with him. Doubles on the home side, single to the top, single running back. That's Bonney to the right of the quarterback, and he'll keep the handball, keep the ball this time. Novus will, instead of handing off to Bonney, and he'll get very short yardage right up the center of the football field, across the 35 to about the 36. Sauber on the stop there for Wauseon. Gain is about a yard. Second down and 9.
Barely a yard.
Smith and Dean will go to the top of the football field, which is the visitor side. Bears going left to right now. Single running back in the backfield, and that's Bonney. And Bonney gets the football and absolutely gets thumped, as there was huge penetration by Miguel Gomez and Trevor Rodriguez. Gomez hit him first. Rodriguez helped him. The loss is about a yard, maybe just a little bit more than that. Make it third down and 10. They came right up the center of that football field, Chris, and blew up that hole.
Yeah, they absolutely did. And losing a yard on that, not the right direction we want to go.
Third down and 10. Zach Novus needs to make something happen. Bonney to his right now. He'll go with doubles here on the home side, a single receiver to the top. Royster is the tight end up on that top side. Snap goes back to Novus. He'll have some time. Throws it across the middle, but it's just a little bit too far out in front of Austin Dean, who would have had the first down in Wauseon territory if that ball would have been a little closer to where Austin could have gotten to it. Stretched out about as far as he could and couldn't come up with a football.
And he was really locked on Dean. If he had looked ahead, he would have noticed that Devontae Royster wouldn't have had first down yardage, but he was probably 8 yards down the field and wide open.
Smith going to kick this thing away. Connor Penrod is the young man waiting on the punt, and he comes up and fields it at the 38-yard line. Straight up the middle of the football field to the 50-yard line is Connor Penrod, and that's where the Bears put the thump on him there. 15, Matt Harold was one of the guys that was there, and also Dom James made the tackle for the Bears. But again, pretty decent field position, Chris, with 6:43 to play in the opening half, as the ball will just be a yard shy of the 50 on the Wauseon sideline.
Yeah, I mean, short fields all night for Wauseon.
So 51 yards till pay dirt for Wauseon. As Hunter Yaki comes in off the sideline, he goes back to that traditional wing tee.
This might be controversial. I would have liked to see the fake punt there.
Two wide receivers down to the top, and the wing tee going as they bring Torres in motion on the home side, and they're going to pitch the ball to Torres. He follows behind a couple blockers. He'll be into Bryan territory and up almost close to the 47-yard line. Give him about 4. Set up a second down, and give him 3. Let's call it 7.
What's interesting to me about the way Wauseon runs is they normally come to the short side of the field when they do that. I think it's because they want blockers, but you also get a lot of traffic that direction too. They've had the most success when they've gone to the weak side of the field where there's been less people.
No doubt. No doubt about it. Again, the wing tee look with 2 wing backs. So they move Martinez to the right of the quarterback, and then they'll bring the back Dawson Roop around on the sweep. He'll have room as he goes exactly the direction you want him to go, Chris, around that long end towards the visitor sideline. Gets up the field across the 45 to about the 44-yard line. So give him about 3 before Harold knocks him out of bounds. It'll be third down now and a long 3 yards for the Wauseon Indians. Bears defense has probably been out there a little longer than the offense tonight, Chris. I would bet time of possession will be interesting to see as we get to the halftime festivities here.
That's one stat I cannot give you.
There you go. Martinez steps to his right. They turn and hand the ball to Martinez, and he'll go off left guard for the first down. He'll cross the 40 to the 39-yard line, and credit the left side of that offensive line for opening up a pretty nice hole again for Martinez, who has already gotten one long touchdown run tonight.
Martinez rushing has 8 carries, 111 yards with a touchdown. His long run was that 68-yard touchdown. Torres has 24 yards rushing on 4 attempts. 15 was his long and a touchdown.
Wow. This is a junior line here. Yaki drops and he's going deep. Down the right sideline, he's got his guy. We got Laundry on the field. The connection was made down around the 10, maybe about the 5-yard line. We get a interference call, I believe, against Bryan.
Yeah, I don't know about that. The contact was made with the ball, not the receiver.
Catch was made by Newlove. We're kind of on the other end of the football field, so you don't know whether he grabbed a jersey or something in the process, but the toss was a good one, as it'll put him down at about the 6-yard line, so 33 yards on the catch. And they'll decline the penalty and take the completion and the first down, as that ball sits just about at the 5-yard line on the right hash mark. 4:58 to play here in the first half. Bears really don't want to let the Indians get ahead of them here. They've got running backs to the right and to the left, and they will turn and hand the ball to Martinez. Ball's in the air, and I think the fumble is going to go Bryan's way. Martinez went through the middle of that line. Miller came up with a football. Somebody got a hat on that ball or something, because you could see as Martinez went barreling into that line, the ball came backwards. Martinez would have probably picked up a couple of yards, but the ball fell back to about the 3-yard line. The Bears jumped on it right there.
Who got it? I didn't see who got it.
Miller came off the pile with it, so credit that to Nate Miller. But Saturday night, you have to watch this on BMU cable and see which one of the big uglies in the middle got a paw on that or a helmet on it or something, because somebody got some serious ball movement, as Martinez looked like he had a nice 2 or 3 yard run. The only thing he was missing was the football.
Yeah.
Bears quarterback sneak to get a little bit of room, and they've got some room. Nice job to bring that ball out across the 5 to about the 6 by Zach Nobis. Both teams have all their timeouts right now. Clock down to 4 minutes and 35 seconds and counting. And the main stop scoreboard tonight has the Indians on top of the Bears 14-7. Been a couple of big strikes and one good drive tonight, Chris.
Be nice to get a nice long drive here with a score, because Wauseon gets the ball to start the second half.
I believe that's Bonnie in the backfield. It is. He'll sweep towards the visitor's sideline around the left end. Get to about the 10. I think they're going to mark him at about the 9. We're on the other end of the football field right now, so we got to wait and see where they put everything. Give him a couple, make it 3rd down and 4. And boy, I'll tell you what, a first down would be a big plus too, if you could at least get a first down and not have to be kicking from deep in that end zone.
They got him spotted at the 9, Jim.
Nobis again in the pistol look. He's got Bonnie to his right, doubles here on the home side. Let's see if he'll throw with 3rd down at about 4. Delay, handoff, Bonnie. Bonnie has some room. He'll be across the 15 or close to the 15. And it should be enough for the first down, I believe.
They're
going to mark that thing.
Short. Nope,
now they're moving the sticks. Kind of tough to see from all the way back here. We're again on about the 40-yard line of Wauseon. Bears sitting back down on their own 13 right now, and they're on the far hash mark with the football. So the clock is rolling at 3:26 to play second quarter. Bears have the football with 4 brand new downs. Bonnie to the right of the quarterback, Zach Nobis, who's in the pistol. He'll drop, throws that little flanker screen to Smith. Smith gets wrapped up with the first guy, but gets through him and then pushes his way all the way out to the 20-yard line. So a nice 7-yard pickup there by Smith. Dean, one of the guys down here, making a block for him, but there were 3 red shirts, and it was Smith who was able to step out of that first tackle, and then his momentum pushed him forward for the 7. Nice job by Evan Smith, and I still go back to that catch last week, Chris. What a wonderful job that was to get that ball to him, and a nice catch in the back of the end zone. Bears now will go with triples to the top. Royster is the tight end on this side, running back to the left, and Royster on a little slant pattern. Let's see if they throw it to him. They do.
Oh, he missed it.
A little bit behind him, and he couldn't pull it in. That would have been enough for the first down right there, but Devontae Royster had to reach behind him and couldn't pull that one up in front of him. Or if he had it, that would have been just a matter of the big fella having to lean forward about 6 inches for that first down. Golden Bears band is here. They're up, stretching their legs. We'll bring you that during the halftime show tonight. Third down now and about 3 for the Golden Bears. Again, triples to the top. Nova's going to keep it this time, and he'll be around the end for the first down as he's close to the 26-yard line before he gets knocked down. So move the sticks one more time. Clock moving at 2:21. Bears offense showing right now that they can eat up a little clock and get some yardage, but right now they need to probably put it into just a slightly faster gear, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting 3 or 4 a pop right now is not going to get you where you want to go before half. And as you said, Wauseon will have the ball to open up the third quarter. Nova's going to throw it across the middle to Smith. What a nice job to catch that ball at the 35-yard line by Evan Smith. I'll tell you what, Matt Malone thought he was going to get a pick. He was right behind Smith, and Smith just reached out with those paws and pulled it away from him. And I'll tell you what, Owen Newlove on the tackle, both those guys thought that was going to be turned over. Nice toss by Zach Nobis, and an even better catch by Evan Smith. Doubles to the top, single right below us here. Back on the pistol look with a single running back to the left. Nobis looked to the left. Now he'll run to the top of the football field. He's still on his feet at midfield. He's into Wauseon territory at the 46. He looked down the home sideline. His guy was covered. He looked up to the top of the football field, noticed he had some room around that left end, and he scampered right around that left end into Wauseon territory at the 45-yard line.
Pickup of 21.
A minute and 18, and the Bears have all 3 timeouts, and they're probably going to use them here pretty quick. Nobis being flushed out of the pocket. Now he can't get rid of the football, and he'll be dropped back in Wauseon territory at the 44-yard line, and now you really do have to take that timeout as Trevor Rodriguez got loose and dropped him for a big loss. That is one thing that we really had to get away from. If he could have gotten rid of that football and lived to play another down, that would have been a plus.
10-yard loss.
So
actually they moved it up now.
Clock will stop with 1:07 to play here in the first half.
9-yard loss.
And the Bears find themselves down 14-7 here with the football. But it'll be second down and about, 19?
Yep, second and 19. Yeah, he's got to, a senior quarterback has to know to get rid of that ball when the pressure's coming. You got to throw that over to your coach.
There was a whole lot of pressure coming early, too. You'd have to think he felt that pressure really early into that play, Chris. I agree. And you just got to learn to be able to toss that ball away. And Coach Cooper was standing over here wide open, you know.
When you're the quarterback, you want to make that play. You're the leader of the offense. You're the field general. You want to make that play. But sometimes the best play is to throw it away.
Yep, entirely. So instead, Zach will have second down and 19. They still have 2 timeouts. Noah Bonnie to his right. 2 receivers on the short side of the field. That's the visitor side. And a single wide receiver all the way down here right in front of us on the home side. They'll look the other direction. They'll throw to Devontae Royster in the flat, and he'll have his pins knocked out from underneath of him after just a short gain. And we've got something. We had a flag thrown immediately on the home side, on the visitor sideline. And Coach Redhead not real happy with his tight end, Devontae Royster, who must have picked up some sort of personal foul with probably his language over in front of his home bench. So not only did he not get much on that catch and run, the resulting personal foul is going to move his team way back deep
to the
into
29. Nope, I was wrong.
Wauseon territory. It's 33. About the 33-yard line. So we need to go to we're on the Bryan 33-yard line, and we need to go to the Wauseon 35-yard line. And with a minute left to play in this opening half, now you wonder whether Coach Cooper might start burning a timeout or two.
2nd and 32 now, Jim.
Yeah, Bears will put 4 wide receivers right here on the home side and a single wide out to the top. An empty backfield. Nova's going to send a guy in motion and fake the handoff to him, and then he'll keep the football, hoping for a little open running room in the middle of the football field, but he got none. And the stop was right at the line of scrimmage, and the timeout immediately taken by the Wauseon Indians.
Yep, they want to come after this punt.
4th down. You gotta like the way that went if you're Coach Cooper right now. You're going to get the ball back with potentially good field position and 2 timeouts.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 3rd and 32. They got 27 up on the scoreboard, but it's 32. And yeah.
Yeah.
Too many things going wrong at once. You know, taking a sack, you know, getting a short gain after the sack, and then a personal foul.
Yeah.
It knocks you back, and then nothing. I mean, a draw play on 2nd and 32. I mean.
Yeah, it makes you sit here and wonder, and at this moment, obviously you'd like to burn a little clock and make them use the timeout. So
I don't know how we got to 4th down.
Burn just a little clock, and well, I think the personal foul was after the play.
After the play.
So that was the problem that you ran into. And Connor Penrod will drop back at the line of what was the original line to meet for the 1st down for the Bears. He's at the Wauseon 35-yard line. And the Bears will kick from inside their 20 now. Nice snap, good kick. Smith gets a good one away. It's fielded at the 34. Straight up the middle of the football field and still running is Penrod, and he's flipped the field as he's in Bryan territory before he's knocked down at the 38-yard line. So 43 seconds left to play in the 1st half, and that was about a 32-yard return. And Penrod has set his offense up for success with a couple of timeouts. Now let's see if the Bryan defense can react to this thing.
That was a net 6-yard punt when it comes down to it.
Yaki comes in off the sideline. He'll go back to that wing T look with Martinez right behind him right now. Wing on his right, a wing on his left, a receiver wide right and left. Now they send Buter in motion towards the visitor's sideline, and they turn and hand off to Martinez on the delay. Martinez breaks a tackle at the 35. He's still going at the 28, still going at the 26. And just like that, the Bears have really had a lot of problem with that delay tonight with Martinez. He's got a touchdown off of it and a big 1st down run.
Pickup of 13, Jim.
And they will pull this ball out, and Yaki will spike it immediately to save a timeout. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 as the clock stops now with 32 seconds to play. Obviously, Coach Cooper wanted to keep the timeout more than he wanted the down right there.
Each team with 2 timeouts remaining.
Following the left hash mark here, heading from the right to the left. If you're listening tonight on Q96.5 FM, great to have you out there with us. Wide receiver to the top is 44 Dawson Roop. He's been a lonely guy up there all night long. Owen Newlove is wide here on the home side. We'll send Buter in motion. They'll drop and look to throw. Here comes the pressure. And they get there. And again, it's Harold, 15, that runs the quarterback Yaki down inbounds at about the 29-yard line. And Coop's going to have to take his 2nd time out. Is a nice job by Matt Harold to get loose on that defensive end spot and be able to track him down. And we have a penalty marker in the backfield of Wauseon and a procedure call against Wauseon. I think the Bears will probably decline that one.
They did decline it.
Although I tell you, I might take that one right now, give them the 2nd down, and add that extra 10 yards on top of this. I don't know what kind of kicker they do have here. As the Bears coaching staff come out, and are they changing their mind? No, they're not. Everything's set up to play the way it should be. The 29-yard line is where the ball is, the Bryan 29-yard line. It is 3rd down now at about 13 for Wauseon as we're about ready to end this half. Yaki drops. Here comes the heat. He's going to run right up the middle of the football field. He's got some room, cuts it towards the home sideline and out of bounds down around the 21-yard line. And the clock I think, stops with 11.9 seconds to go. And the advancement puts the ball down at the 21-yard line. Make it the 22, so give him 7. 4th down now at about 6. And with that, Coach Cooper wants to take a timeout. So with 11.9 seconds left to go, he'll burn his second timeout. He'll have one left to play with here.
Let me give you some scores.
Sure.
Other NWAL scores: Swanton over Evergreen, 22-8. Let's see. Liberty Center over Delta, 35-0. Still in the first half. And Archbold over Patrick Henry, 21-7.
Wow. Those
are the NWAL scores. Wayne Trace over Fairview, 19-7. Ayersville over Antwerp, 14-0. Edgerton now up on Hicksville, 14-7. Pandora Gilboa over Lipstick, 19-7. Salina over Ottawa Glandorf, 14-0. Perrysburg up on Southview, 21-0. Tenora over Holgate at the half, 6-0. Paulding over Bluffton in the second quarter, 8-7. I feel like we got baseball scores going on. Montpelier over Toledo Christian, 21-7. Crestview over Columbus Grove, 20-13. Bath over Defiance, 15-14.
Wow. Some interesting scores tonight, aren't there, huh?
8s and 13s and 15s and
Yaki back in that wing T look with the wing to his right and his left. Martinez, the running back, right behind him right now. Now he'll step to his left. Wide out to the top, wide out to the bottom. Here comes the heat right up the middle. Yaki turns to throw. Now he looks to find his guy in the right flat, and this one's a little short, and I believe it bounced. Dawson Roop was the guy that was the intended receiver. He was standing up there around the 10-yard line. And Yaki came out of the pocket and tried to make the throw, and that one came.
Yeah, it skipped right before it got to him.
Need to throw at 13. He got it about 12, and it bounced right up into his arm. So the ball goes over on downs, and the Bears, very fortunately, get away without allowing any points, and they're going to go in at halftime right now, Chris. Only down a touchdown, unless they decide to throw something.
Yeah, I think you kneel down and take it in.
I think you do too. You don't want anything really crazy to happen to you right now. So the main stop scoreboard right here before the half, 14-7. Wauseon on top. Bears will come up under center, in fact, and so I would almost bet you this is going to be a knee here real quick. That's exactly it. With that, the clock will run down to double zeros, and we will step away for the halftime festivities. Halftime here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Wauseon 14, Bears 7. We'll be back after this.
Things are pretty much business as usual here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Our techs are providing the same high-quality service that everyone in Northwest Ohio expects. Our sales team is providing our customers with the best price on new and pre-owned vehicles. Everyone is focused on winning another President's Award from Ford. Yeah, pretty much business as usual. Oh, I guess there is one thing different. Stop out and see the all-new Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career or transfer your credits toward a bachelor's degree. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
Halftime here at Harmon Field. It is 14-7. Wauseon over Bryan. You're watching Bryan High School football on the Golden Bear Sports Network, bryansports.com, BMU TV3, and WQCT Bryan. Here's the Bryan Golden Bear halftime show.
Our next chart found its way into the world just about 3 years ago. It was Ellie King's debut solo single. It received 2 Grammy nominations and won the CMA Vocal Event of the Year award. Her dad is actor Rob Schneider, who you might know from his Deuce Bigelow movies and The Waterboy. From September of 2014, here is Ellie King's blend of alt rock, blues rock, and southern rock to create a pop rock song about relationships, X's and O's. Yes, the 80s. Big hair, loud bands, the fall of the debut of disco, and the birth of MTV. One of the first stars of the channel was Dee Snider and Twisted Sister. Sister released their 1984 album, Stay Hungry. This chart has been used in movies, television, and political campaigns. Now, Mr. Will does a pretty good job at checking their uniforms, but I can't help but wonder if someone down there just might be hiding a Twisted Sister pin under their jacket. Who could it be? What do you want to do with your life? I want to rock to the Bryan High School Marching Band closer. We're not gonna take it by Twisted Sister.
An insurance policy is essentially a promise to pay for covered losses that occur to your assets. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, we take this promise seriously, from the minute you accept the policy to the moment the loss occurs and beyond. That's why we place your auto, home, or business insurance with an experienced carrier like the Central Mutual Insurance Company. Our expertise, matched with Central's quality products and service, provide you protection, security, and peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
And 7. Jim, temperatures dropped 4 degrees now. It's 84. Feels like 91 out. Wind is out of the east at 2 miles an hour, and again that rain just north of us in the Michigan line. So should be continue to be a good night, although it's a warm one.
Well, you know, I think everybody said though that it has cooled down noticeably. Yep. So that's a good thing, which means that maybe wherever that thermometer might be, it could be over on the pavement or something where it's a little warmer. Eric Herman, who is the official meteorologist for the Golden Bear Sports Network, came up and said it's a lot cooler out there. And so did Sam and everybody else. They're running cameras tonight, so I believe them. And it's going to be interesting to see how the second half of this ball game plays out with this temperature.
Yeah.
Because it still is warm, and they've already put one half of football in with that kind of heat. Now let's see how the legs are here in quarter number 3 and 4.
You know, looking at the drive summary, Bryan didn't do so hot on their drives. First drive was 3 plays, -8 yards, and a punt. Next play was 10 plays, 26 yards on turnover on downs. 4 plays, 16 yards, and a punt. 11 plays, 30 yards, and a punt. And then 1 kneel at the end of the half.
Yeah.
So their only touchdown came on a turnover when it was a fumble by Yaki, who was picked up by Matt Harold, who went 65 yards for the score.
Yeah.
And that was Bryan's only. Now, the Wauseon drive summary, 6 plays, 54 yards to touchdown on their first drive. Then 13 plays, 39 yards before that fumble return for 6. 2 plays, 68 yards, touchdown. 4 plays, 45 yards, they fumbled. And then 5 plays, 17 yards, turnover on downs. So 2 touchdown drives for Wauseon. Taking a look at the stats comparison, for Bryan, 6 first downs, 2 of those by passing, 4 by rushing. Wauseon, 10 first downs, 2 by passing, 8 by rushing. Bryan was 3 of 7 from third down, 1 of 2 from fourth down. Meanwhile, Wauseon was 2 of 6 from third down and 3 of 4 from fourth down. Total offense, Bryan had 76 yards, 52 of those came from the pass, as Zach Nobis was 7 of 14 for 52 yards. Meanwhile, Wauseon racked up 230 yards of total offense in the first half. 62 of those came from the pass, as Hunter Yankee was 3 of 8 passing. Rushing, Bryan had 16 rush attempts for 24 yards. That's an average of 1.5 yards a rush. Meanwhile, Wauseon had 24 attempts for 168 yards rushing. Each team was penalized 1 time. Bryan was 15 yards. That was a personal foul on the sideline. Wauseon was penalized once for 10 yards. Wauseon turned the ball over twice. They lost 2 fumbles. They actually fumbled it 3 times, but lost 2 of them. And punting, Bryan has punted the ball 3 times for 91 total punt yards, averaging 30 yards a punt. Taking a look at some individual statistics, let's take a look at Bryan's first. 7 of 14 was Zach Nobis for 52 yards. His long was 16. Rushing, Zach Nobis 10 attempts for 23 yards. His long was 21. Dom James has 2 attempts for -2 yards. Noah Bonney 3 attempts for 6 yards. Receiving, Devontae Royster caught 2 balls for 18 yards. His long was 16. Evan Smith 4 balls for 33 yards. His long was 11. And Dom James caught 1 ball for 1 yard. Meanwhile, we head to the Indian side as we hear the chop happening. Hunter Yankee was 3 of 7 for 62 yards. His long pass was 33 yards. Rushing, Hunter Yankee has 6 attempts for 10 yards. His long was a 10. Xavier Torres, 4 attempts for 24 yards. His long was 15. He has a touchdown. Everett Buter, 4 of 7 rushing, 4 attempts for 7 yards rushing. His long was 14. And Junior Martinez was the workhorse on this one, Jim. He was 10 carries, 127 yards. His long was a 68-yard touchdown. Receiving, Buter caught one ball for 23 yards, and Owen Newlove caught one ball for 33 yards, and Dawson Roop caught one ball for 6 yards. So there's all she wrote with the statistics.
Our buddy Chet the Jet Dangler on the other side of the football field here tonight. He's been revving the crowd up, and I know he listens to us all the time on the stream. So a big shout out to Chet. You're going to get him wound up and going this next 2 quarters, Chet, because we need some participation out of the crowd, I think, to get this thing back where it needs to be.
While we're doing shout-outs, Jim,
yeah,
I want to give a shout-out to Michelle Leach, who's listening to us on the live stream. Thanks for listening, Michelle. And then I also want to say, and he's probably not listening tonight because he's probably got other things going on, but I do want to give a big congratulations to former Bryan coach Doug Billman. He and his wife Carly had a baby this morning. Sailor Ann is her name, and happy family there as Doug and Carly, the parents of a brand new little girl.
Doug, great guy, man. Always enjoyed being around Doug. He was always very helpful for everything that we had going on, and so congratulations there to them, no doubt. We're getting close to the mark where we're going to reset the clock here and get things going, but we're at halftime right now, and it's Golden Bears trailing 14-7 on the main stop scoreboard. We'll step away. When we come back, we'll get you ready for that third quarter right after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is committed to providing you the best value for your insurance dollar. We are an agency built on integrity, offering personal service and sound advice you can trust. That's why we partner with experienced carriers like the Central Mutual Insurance Company for your auto, home, or business insurance needs. Central's quality insurance products are reasonably priced and backed by prompt, professional service, providing value for your peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536. At Creel Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Creel Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
Darashirky Ford Lincoln's employee discount is available to everyone, and the savings on new Ford trucks is incredible.
I'm Dieter with Darashirky Ford Lincoln, showing you the brand new 2017 Ford F-150 XLT. Has an MSRP of $42,040, with Ford rebates up to $5,250. With a Darashirky employee discount of $4,335, bringing the price of the truck to $32,455, and you'll save up to $10,000 on this truck.
Halftime at Harmon Field. It is the Golden Bears 7, Wauseon 14. Thanks so much for watching and listening on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Our broadcast being brought to you by Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler and Breininger, American-Made Realty, American Family Insurance, Stark Heating and Cooling, Field Supply, Fair Auto Repair, Bryan Ford Lincoln, Northwest State Community College, Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, Creel Funeral Home and Crematory, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Darashirky Ford, Oberlin Turnbull, and BMU. We are in the BMU halftime report. Let's take a look at some scores from around the area. It is Swanton. These are halftime scores unless otherwise stated. Swanton over Evergreen 29-8. It is Liberty Center over Delta 42-6. Shawnee over Van Wert 28-7. It is Ayersville over Antwerp 14-0. Wayne Trace over Fairview 19. Wayne Trace over Fairview 19. My screen just went crazy.
That's not good. Never
19-7. It is Edgerton and Hicksville all knotted up at 14. Pandora Gilboa over Lipsick 19-7. Salina over Ottawa Glandorf 14-0. It is Archbold over Patrick Henry 28-7. Bluffton over Paulding 21-8. Perrysburg over Southview. That one's still in the second quarter. 28-0. Perrysburg on top. St. Joseph Central Catholic from Fremont is up over Woodward 29-20. It is Hilltop over Eden 13-12 in the second quarter. and Tenora over Holgate 6-0 at the half. Crestview over Columbus Grove 20-13, and Defiance has come back to take the lead over Bath 28-15 at the half, and that's it. There you go.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's an interesting week of football, and the interesting part, Chris, is we're midway through. This is week number 5
absolutely.
already. It's hard to believe you get started, and the next thing you know, it's over and done with, and you're in the playoffs, and then you're into high school football, and you're waiting for the next year to come around. Well, we're about 2 minutes away from the opening kickoff of the second half. We'll step away here on the main stop scoreboard. The Bears down 14-7 here at Wauseon.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
This is Dieter showing you the 2017 Ford Fiesta that has a final price of under $13,500 here at Darrow Shirkey Ford Lincoln. How did we get there? First, there's a $3,000 rebate from Ford. Add in the Darrow Shirkey employee discount of $681, bringing the final price of this Ford Fiesta to $13,469.
At Darrow Shirkey Ford Lincoln, everyone gets the employee discount on all new Ford cars and trucks. Stop by and see how much you can save.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Back out at Harmon Field, 14-7. The Golden Bears on the short end of things. And I'm going to turn it back over to Jim Funderburg for play-by-play.
Should be an interesting second half, Chris, here as we get going with everything. We turn the lights on. We can honestly see now.
That's kind of cool. You got a little desk light there. Man, they take care of you.
I was thinking I should have brought my miner's helmet there for a minute. now I got a little light. Nice night for football. We got 24 minutes left to play here on Q96.5 FM. Great to have you out there as we reenact the opening toss. Both quarterbacks out on the football field right now. Yaki standing out there with his back to us at this point. And on the other side, Zach Nobis as they go. At the beginning of everything, the Bears won the toss. They took the ball. It'll be Wauseon's ball. They'll go from the left to the right as the Bears will kick off to open everything up here in the quarter. With that, both teams now start to take their positions, and the Bears defense, which really had a pretty nice stop at the end of the second quarter, Chris, needs to come out and do the same thing and allow their offense to get caught up in the moment here and maybe get back in this ball game. Only down a touchdown, so you're only one score away, but if you allow them to go down and put this thing put them ahead by 2 touchdowns, it might be a tough second half for this football team that has had a few problems scoring points this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
we scored a lot of points. We scored all our points in the last 5 minutes of last week's game.
I really wish we wouldn't wait till that long. You know what I mean?
Everett Buter will be the deepest back as they put that diamond look in front of him. Buter will be back on about the 5-yard line. Up at about the 20-yard line, straight in front of him is Xavier Torres. And then over on the visitors' side, down around the 15, is Dawson Roop. And on our side over here is Junior Martinez. And the Bears probably will kick to one of the up guys, but I'll tell you what, either one of these up guys have the burners to take this thing a long
absolutely.
way. So you're darned if you do and you're darned if you don't. I think I'd hit 44 up there on the top of that screen, but instead they'll go to the left side. Martinez will scoop it at the 18. He's across the 20 and across the 30. He's still running. Lunges forward over the 35 and down at about the 37. Let's see where they mark him. 38 maybe.
Wow.
So again, one of the more dangerous offensive weapons that the Indians have shown here in the first half was number 25, Junior Martinez, and Martinez sets them up in pretty good field possession at their own 38-yard line.
Here's their starting positions: their own 46, their own 32, Bryan's 32, Bryan's 49, their own 39. So they have not started any drives deep in their own end.
Martinez on the left side, and they'll throw a little out pattern pass to the wide receiver, and a little wide receiver screen is completed to Newlove, and Newlove will be close to the 50-yard line. He'll get to the 48-yard line, and I believe that will be enough for the first down. Yes, it is. So Dawson Root now, the wide receiver on the top. They bring Newlove in front of us here on the home side. Again, that wing T look, and they bring that wing back in motion towards the home sideline. Bears doing a little better job this time. Winsler's the guy that made the tackle on Buter, but the first guy that got through and really disrupted everything was Bryson Andrews as he slowed things down in the backfield. And then Winsler able to make the tackle for a loss of about a yard. Set up a second down and 11 now.
The other thing that helped on that was it appeared that Wauseon was screening its own guy.
Little problem there, getting out of their own way every now and then. Torres goes in motion towards the visitor sideline. They'll come back the other way, try to hit Buter up a little deeper down the field at about the 40, but the throw was a little wide and low, and it will set up a third down now and 11.
Be nice if the Bears could cover it right here and stop him.
Get off the field here, get off the field early, get the ball back and see what you can do. Winsler will draw single coverage up on top of the football field, and he has Owen Newlove. So they go with two wide receivers, and again that wing T look with running backs on the right and the left. They'll all go out in motion now with some heat, and the ball thrown right on the money across the middle of the football field inside the 20. Breaks the tackle at the 15, and into the end zone goes Dawson Root. And the big senior able to walk out of a tackle down around the 12-yard line. That ball was put right on the money. He came across the middle of the field and headed straight down the center.
Yep.
Yaki put the money where it needed to be, and with that, Root.
53-yard pickup, man.
Every score that they've had pretty much tonight have been set up with something that had that kind of length to it. Extra point coming here. Snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is good. 21-7 now on the main stop scoreboard. Just underway, third quarter, and we'll step away here in the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Things are pretty much business as usual here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Our techs are providing the same high-quality service that everyone in Northwest Ohio expects. Our sales team is providing our customers with the best price on new and pre-owned vehicles. Everyone is focused on winning another President's Award from Ford. Yeah, pretty much business as usual. Oh, I guess there is one thing different. Stop out and see the all-new Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career or take your existing skills to a whole new level. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
Well, the Bears need to find something here and to find it quickly, Chris, as they find themselves down now 2 touchdowns. As you pointed out, a third down and long goes to a 50-plus yard touchdown score.
Their scoring plays were 15 yards, 68 yards, and 53 yards.
And that 15-yard scamper around that left end could have gone a lot farther if indeed it had more football field. Onside kick, and this is going to go to Wauseon. Bears weren't expecting it. They were absolutely befuddled by that one. It got past the initial wave, got down to about the Bears' 39-yard line, and there was nothing but red shirts there to grab the ball. I believe Xavier Torres was the young guy that got on it. And the Bears all of a sudden fall asleep. And Wauseon, with a little trickery, has the football back at the Bears' 39-yard line, first down and 10, so I don't have to flip my sheet.
Nope, you don't. Wow, Bears were completely unprepared for that.
Just weren't looking for it and went bouncing. Took a Wauseon bounce, but it bounced right past the first wave of Bears. And everybody was kind of looking like, uh-oh, what just happened to us? Torres goes in motion. The dive play comes straight up the middle to Martinez, and he'll have a nice pickup on first down. In fact, I don't think that's Martinez. I believe that might be Buter coming off that pile. That is Buter 20 instead of Martinez. So Buter gets about 3. Buter on the left wing. Torres on the right wing right now. Martinez, again, the only running back right behind the quarterback in the pistol. Now he steps to his left. Wide receiver top and wide receiver bottom, and they'll turn and hand off to Martinez, and Martinez gets hit right as he enters the line of scrimmage, but keeps the legs moving and end up with a couple. He went low and went head-to-head with a couple of the Golden Bears. First guy I think that got him was Fenner. He had some help on the inside there with 15 Matt Harrell trying to pull him down. Give him about 2, set up third down, and call it a long 4. Again, the wing backs on both sides, and now the wide receivers bunched a little closer to the line of scrimmage. They'll send Buter in motion, and then the quarterback will option the other direction. Throws, he's got his man, but I'm not sure that he landed far enough up the field for the first down, but now they say he did.
There's a penalty flag too.
So I believe it's going to go against Wauseon.
Who caught that?
Completion would have been enough for the first down, and I believe the guy that got that one, well, I'm going to have to go back and look because I don't have hidden on here. I think it was 14. If you've got a program over there.
Cody Figgy.
There you go. I believe that was who got him. Doesn't matter. The holding call against the Indians will actually mark this football all the way back from the 40-yard line of Wauseon, or Bryan, where the penalty was committed, all the way back, in fact, from the 39 to the 49.
Yep. So takes a 3rd and 20. 3rd
and 20 right now. Big shout out to our buddy Reese Beck, who's down in Miami right now listening to us as we continue our shout outs here tonight. And Big Chet does have everybody up and rolling on the other side. Here comes the blitz. Jockey steps away from it. At the last second, lets a bomb go down the football field, and it's completed at the 5-yard line.
Wow.
I'll tell you what a nice job of Owen Newlove to correct that pattern as he was wrestling down there with Winsler down around the 5. Newlove came back and stepped in front of Winsler at the last second, made the catch at the 4-yard line.
There's a penalty marker down here, but it's on that side of the field where the coach is.
And it's probably sideline encroachment against the Bears, and that'll just be a warning this time. I think Coach Redhead's wondering whether his guy got pushed a little bit down there around the 5-yard line. Either way, Newlove made a nice correction on that football, came back to it, and made a wonderful catch on a throw, really, that Yaki had to put up in the air because he was about ready to find the turf here at Harmon Stadium.
Yep.
And was able to put that ball on the money some 40 yards down the football field.
45 yards, in fact.
Martinez running back on the left side, but they'll counter to Buter, who comes off that left wing. Buter will be close to the line of at the goal line, but not quite there. Buter runs it down to about the 2-foot line. Give him 2.5, make it, well, they're going to put it pretty much right at the 1.
So give him 3.
2. So second down and 1 now for the Wauseon Indians as the clock's at 8.5 minutes and counting here in the third quarter. And boy, a score right now to make it 28-7 would really put the Bears in a nasty, nasty spot. Martinez again, the running back. Pistol look with a wing to the left, that's Buter, and a wing to the right, and that is Torres. And the quarterback will keep this one, and he'll make it in the end zone. So a nice job by Hunter Yaki with the fake, and then a quarterback dive, and he had plenty of room to get the end zone. So 27-7 now.
With an extra point coming. Whew. That was just nasty.
Bears with a couple of mistakes here in this third quarter, and they paid for them.
Yep.
Snap's good, the placement's good, the kick's good, 28-7. That's the score on the main stop scoreboard. 8:05 to play third quarter as we walk away from Wauseon here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is committed to providing you the best value for your insurance dollar. We are an agency built on integrity, offering personal service and sound advice you can trust. That's why we partner with experienced carriers like the Central Mutual Insurance Company for your auto, home, or business insurance needs. Central's quality insurance products are reasonably priced and backed by prompt, professional service, providing value for your peace of mind. Andrews O'Neill & Lowe is your local Central agent. Call us today at 419-636-5050.
At Creel Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Creel Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts.
Well, an onside kick leads to a Wauseon touchdown, 28-7 now. The Bears down by 21 points. And as you said, never can tell with Coach Cooper when he's going to roll the dice.
Yep, he did. He rolled the dice, and boy, oh boy, it was just, Bryan was not ready for that at all.
So the Bears offense now is going to have to make something happen because they cannot really allow this to go any farther. Back deep now for the Golden Bears is Logan Clemens and Austin Dean. Clemens here on the home side, Dean on the visitor side up around the 20-yard line. And they've been kicking a tough line driver all night long. Now they go back to their regular kicker, and he's going to drive one over everybody's head and into the end zone for the touchback. So
it's probably safe.
You wondered where the kicker was. Chris, he was waiting here a little bit to come out and show his leg here a little bit later, I believe. As I think it was Penrod that came out and actually kicked that ball into the end zone. So
I think it was Andrew Gray.
Was that Gray again?
Yeah, it was Gray.
Okay. So instead of kicking the little the short one.
Well, no, I mean the previous kicker was Dawson Roop, and so their actual kicker came out Andrew Gray and kicked.
There you go. So the Bears will send 3 to the top of the screen, and a single guy, Bryson Andrews, right in front of us here. Running back in the backfield, he's to the left of Zach Nobis, and Nobis now barks out the signals. High snap. Throws that little flanker screen up to the top of the football field, and it's complete.
That's Royster.
I think it was Austin Dean.
Oh, was it Dean?
Yeah. A little difference there between the two of them. All of a sudden I thought, oh boy, if that's Royster, he's shrunk a little bit. In fact, I'm not sure Mr. Royster. Let's go looking on the other side of the football field right now. After that personal foul penalty, I think the coach wasn't the happiest guy with Mr. Royster. And I don't see a tight end out there at this point in time. I think he's still standing on the sideline. Snap goes to the quarterback, and he'll bring it straight up the middle of the football field for a couple. So Nobis gets about 2, maybe 3. 25-yard line, crossing the 25 to the 26. So it'll be third down now and about 4. Yeah, I don't think his penalty cost us any points because we dodged that one, that bullet on that drive. But I think Devontae might have gotten a copy of the bench game here for the rest of the game after that personal foul, whatever he said. There's number 5 sitting right over there on the 30-yard line. Handoff delayed, and it's not going anywhere. As the Wauseon defensive line struts right up there and knocks the running back backwards in a big situation now. Zeb Smith and Everett Buter, the two guys on the stop. They'll get a yard. They'll set up 4th down and 3, and the ball has to go back to the home team after that one.
Wow.
Well, it's 14-7 at the half, and now we've played about 5.5 minutes of this third quarter, and Wauseon's been able to capitalize twice. 28-7 is a nice driving kick, fielded at the 45-yard line. Into Bryan territory at the 42-yard line goes Connor Penrod. And Penrod again makes Wauseon's life easy for his offense as he sets up a short field again for this offense that will start now at the Bryan 41-yard line.
They just have had great field position the whole night.
Been a tough night for the Bears defense. They're going to have to do something. Need a turnover here real quick if they're going to stay in this ball game for my money.
Wow.
The Bears now starting to bring a few new faces into this ball game. Connor Lamb checks in over here at a linebacker spot. Pitch on the sweep towards the visitor sideline to Torres, and he's around the corner inside the 40 down to about the 35, and then out of bounds right in front of the Bryan bench. They'll say he stepped out at the 36-yard line, so give him 5. Torres again lines up here now in the wing as they'll spread things out just a little bit farther. Buter now at the flank on the visitor side. Torres at the flank here on the home side. Wide receiver on either side and a single running back in the backfield. And that again, obviously, Martinez. Turn and hand the ball to 25, and he'll be forward for a little bit as he'll cross the 35 to about the 34-yard line. Give him 2. Set up a 3rd down now, and they say 1 as he give him just the 35-yard line. 3rd down and about 4.
Wow. Looked like he got further than that, didn't it?
It appeared to me that he got they kind of short.
I thought he was close to the 33.
Yeah, on that lunge, but clock's moving. 5:19. Coach Cooper not jumping up and down over here too badly, so he wasn't too worried about it. 3rd down and 4. Torres comes in motion. They give it to him on the reverse. He'll have the 1st down. He's inside Bryan territory, down inside the 25 to about the 21-yard line as he ran right in front of the Bryan bench.
Pick up a 14 on the play, Jim.
And the misdirection right now is really costing the Bears as they're heading in the wrong direction as Torres cut everything backwards on him. Again, Torres now as they go back in that triple wing look. He's on the right wing, Buter on the left wing, and they move Martinez to the right shoulder. Bring Buter in motion. Dive play goes to Martinez, and he cuts it out around the end, and he'll have about 7 on that 1st down run.
Martinez is really good about making something out of nothing, Jim.
He sure is. Play started to go right up the middle to the left guard and tackle area, and he saw that things were kind of bottled up there, so he cut it out around the end, and what could have been no gain turns into 7. 2nd down now, and that'll give him 6. 2nd and 4. Ball at the 16-yard line. Torres now in motion. They fake the pick to him, and they roll down the right. They throw the ball to Buter, and in fact it wasn't Buter, it was Newlove. That hit him in the absolute worst place, right in the hands at about the 10-yard line.
And Yaki got hit pretty good from the Bryan Golden Bear as he released the ball.
Yaki got the ball off and got it where it needed to go, and for some reason Newlove not able to pull that one in, so it's 3rd down now and 4.
There's decent coverage from the Golden Bear safety.
Yep. Winsler's got him single coverage right now. Bryson Andrews here is over top Dawson Root, who's in the wing here on the home side. Triple wing look again. Now Martinez goes in motion. He'll sweep towards the home side, and they'll pitch him the ball. He turns the corner, breaks the tackle. He's inside the 10, and he's brought down at about the 6. Give him almost 10 yards on that carry and set it up as a 1st down and goal, as the Wauseon offense right now just seems to be wearing this defense from Bryan down. Well, you wondered about the heat, and you wondered about the conditioning here tonight.
I don't know that it's a conditioning issue, though. It's just they're not making plays.
And the Bears now are going to have to really find a way to keep these guys out of the end zone. You go down 35-7. I don't think there's any coming back. And that's exactly where they are as they hand the ball to Xavier Torres. And Torres there on the counter play scampers in untouched from 6 yards out. And just like that, it's 34-7 with the extra point coming. You know, the last few years have been some pretty close football between these two teams.
Yep.
And then the couple of years before that, they were just basically thrashings there by Wauseon, as they had some pretty good football teams going, and we had graduated all our guys. Extra points on its way, and it's good. And tonight, though, it just seems like the Bears don't have any answers, as they're down 28 here on the main stop scoreboard, 35-7, 3:47 to play in the third quarter here in the Golden Bear Sports Network.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
This is Dieter showing you the 2017 Ford Fiesta that has a final price of under $13,500 here at Darrow Shirky Ford Lincoln. How did we get there? First, there's a $3,000 rebate from Ford. Add in the Darrow Shirky employee discount of $681, bringing the final price of this Ford Fiesta to $13,469.
At Darrow Shirky Ford Lincoln, everyone gets the employee discount on all new Ford cars and trucks. Stop by and see how much you can save.
Back here at Wauseon, as the Bears find themselves down 28 points, Chris, they're going to have to find something pretty quickly, or this ball game is done. You can just load up the bus and send us all home.
We don't have a bus anymore. We have a trailer.
That's right.
Sorry, you were at the other bus.
Load up the trailer and send us all home. In fact, we're going to ask for an early dismissal here if this keeps going this way. Bears have a couple guys back, are Clemens and Dean. And this one will go towards Clemens. Nice catch at the 15. Turns it and heads upfield, but he runs into way too many Wauseon Indians at the 23-yard line.
I was heading in the end zone, and Clemens did a nice job there.
Pulled it out of the air and brought it up, and then took a big hit from Isaac Wilson. But did a nice job of getting the ball back up to about the 25-yard line, so it'll be first down and 10 Golden Bears, and let's see if they can get some offense going. 3:39 to play third quarter. Great to have you with us here on the Q 96.5 tonight, or listening in on bryansports.com, or maybe on the stream there from Q 96.5, whether you're listening tune in or up on the website. Chris says the website's a little faster than the tune in.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's a good thing to know. Bears again open up first down and 10. They fake the screen pass and they're going deep. And this one is thrown and caught by Newlove, who will intercept this ball at the 45-yard line. And I don't know exactly where that one was going, but there wasn't many folks with white shirts around that football.
Well, he had a guy deep. Smith was deep. He had Dean sort of close by.
Yeah.
And he threw it in between them.
Threw it in between them. Dean was back at around the 45-yard line of Bryan.
Newlove got that one, Jim?
Newlove picked it off at the 47-yard line of Wauseon. And then you had Smith, who was probably 10 yards farther down the field, and I'm not really sure what happened with that one, but the end result is the ball goes back to Wauseon, and it'll be first down and 10 here with Wauseon as they have the football again on their own 47.
They're going to have a penalty false start.
Got all kinds of guys in red shirts moving at the wrong time. And you're right, Chris, what another score, and we go to a running clock here tonight.
We do.
And the way the Wauseon offense has been clicking here tonight, I would say that it probably is not going to take them all that long if they keep doing this. All right, here we go. Wing T formation again. Martinez to the right. They bring a receiver in motion, and they whistle the play dead, and another false start. Procedure call again on Wauseon. I think we had a couple of guys moving. So it'll be first down now and 20, and maybe the Bears do have some hope.
Let's take a look at the penalties. Now penalties, 4 penalties for 30 yards for Wauseon.
Connor Arthur in the ball game. He's at the safety spot over on the right side.
After that penalty, they ran in number 68 for Wauseon as a sub.
Yep. Jaden Falke came in. Pitch coming around the right corner. Bears right there to stop it. Bryson Andrews with the tackle, but Dawson Roop basically pushing and going forward for a couple as he gets close to the 39-yard line.
Now, is he able to grab the face mask like that?
No, you really can't grab
because he was up on the face area.
Yep. As long as he had it on the top of the helmet, he's okay. Second down at about 18 as he gets a couple. Kyle Zirkle, number 17, one of the wideouts to the top. Yaki will roll towards the visitor's sideline and throw the ball back into the middle of the football field and short in front of everybody.
He got crushed too.
He sure did. Bears have put some pretty good pressure on Yaki tonight, but he's done a nice job of keeping that offense moving.
Problem is when you got so many guys in motion and all that, those different backs that are moving around, it's, you overcommit, and that's really what the Bears have done tonight is they've committed to something that's not there.
Potvin did a nice job putting the pressure on that last time. He's the guy with the big hit. Third down now and 17 for Wauseon, and the Bears really can't allow them to convert this thing. Martinez again to the left. Torres goes in motion. Yaki turns and throws the other way, trying to set up a screen. That ball is
that was a forward
pass. That was almost a lateral. I'll tell you what. They threw the ball back over to Martinez after a fake to the top side of the field, and it was thrown at his feet, and he was very close to having that be a lateral, but instead a third down that is not successful, and the Bears will have the football back as they send Miller back to the 30-yard line now to return this punt.
This is Wauseon's first punt of the night.
Wow. Here comes the Bears with a lot of heat. Good solid kick. Nate Miller had it, dropped it, picked it back up, and got dropped at the 20-yard line.
You gotta fair catch that.
Good job by Xavier Torres to make the tackle right there, and the Bears will have the football at the 20-yard line. Miller had to kind of chase that one down, went through his hands, got a fortunate bounce, was able to pick it back up. As soon as he did, Torres was right there to lock him up and knock him down. 3:03 to play third quarter. Bears down by 28, 35-7 on the main stop scoreboard. Devontae Royster back on the football field at the tight end spot, so whatever penance he had to suffer, he is now through and back out on the football field. Bears with doubles on the bottom and single on the top, and they'll go that way. And they've got the completion coming at us.
I think that's Smith.
Yep, number 11. Smith gets 8, almost 9, so make it second down and 1. Little slant pattern by Smith, and maybe the Bears here with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play in this quarter can start to get this offense on track and maybe score before the quarter's over. Still only be down 14 here with 12 minutes to play. Decent snap. Nobis has no place to go, so he tucks the ball and he runs forward. And he'll be close to that first down. He had to get out about the 30-yard line, only needed a yard. And they're going to mark him right at the 30, and with that, that's the first down.
Yep, they're moving the chains. Thought they were going to pull one of those measurements.
Yeah, well, they had the nose of the ball was just in front of the 30, and then the line judge came up, moved it, and put it right on the 30, and at that moment, we moved the sticks because we started on the 20. First down and 10. Novus again in the pistol look. He's got a running back to his right. Takes the snap, throws it to Andrews. He's at the 30. It breaks out of a tackle to the 35 and then gets wrestled down by 2 Wauseon Indians. Out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. And a good job there by Bryson Andrews to pick up about 7 on first down. That's 2 times in a row now with a nice first down pickup. It gets the Bears some decent field position. Ball on the 37-yard line of the Golden Bears. Novus, as the blitz is picked up, throws to the middle. That's Royster, and it's complete. He'll be close to the midfield stripe at the 48-yard line. So the big feller was able to come down with that football, and it's first down and 10. Bears send 3 wide receivers to the top.
Nice 11-yard pickup there for Devontae.
Devontae's the tight end down here on the home side, and he's going out in the pattern. Novus able to shake the blitz and advance that football up the field by about 7 yards. As he was able to avoid the left defensive end, it was rushing. Make that stutter step and give him about 6. So they say the ball's on the 47-yard line. He'll call his own number again, right tackle again. Right to the 45-yard line. They might give him just in front of that, but only a short pickup, and it'll be third down now in about 3. 46 seconds now left in the third quarter. Bears football, third down and 3.
There's some confusion on the Bears offense.
They send doubles to the top, running back in the backfield. Novus looks to throw, and this one is tried to throw to Dean, but it wasn't really close. And I'll tell you what, that sets up a fourth down now and 3, and the Bears are going to have to go after this one. Down 4 scores with just 28 ticks left in this third quarter. I think it's something about 4 scoring 20 years ago, something like that. 4 scoring 28 points
seconds ago.
Yeah, 28 points down. Bears will stay with the offense on the field. Novus again in the pistol look. Drops, looks to throw it. He's got his guy, but the ball gets knocked up in the air. Going to Zach Dean, and the ball got tipped away. And a nice job to break that up is 21 from Wauseon. Don't have a number on him. But he did a really nice job to knock that away, and the ball will now go over in downs.
Mac Warnke.
There you go, Matt Warnke with the breakup. And now it's a 28-point game still with 23 seconds to play in the third quarter.
We must be doing a water break.
Got a little timeout on the field. We'll take one with them. Bears trail by 28 on the main stop scoreboard on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Darragh Shirky Ford Lincoln's employee discount is available to everyone, and the savings on new Ford trucks is incredible.
I'm Dieter with Darragh Shirky Ford Lincoln, showing you the brand new 2017 Ford F-150 XLT. Has an MSRP of $42,040, with Ford rebates up to $5,250. With a Darragh Shirky employee discount of $4,335, bringing the price of the truck to $32,455, and you'll save up to $10,000 on this truck.
We'll be leaving before 7. Back out at Harmon Field. We're commiserating about all the stuff we have to do this weekend.
Yeah, sometimes you have those weekends where things just have to be done. Well, the Bears turn the ball over on downs, and Wauseon will have the football first down and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Keeping an eye on Edgerton Hicksville. It's tied at 21 in the third quarter. That game's been tied every score.
That is a good football game, and I think that's on our sister station tonight, so if you want to go over to B-Rock, you can probably catch this one. Wauseon has with runner in the clear. That's Roop, and Roop with a stiff arm is still going down the sideline. It's inside the 5, and he'll go down at about the 2-yard line.
Was that just a run play?
That was just a
draw up the middle, right?
Roop just took the football, broke a tackle, got a block or two, and then stiff-armed his way past a couple of Golden Bears at about the 30. And then put his head down and muscled his way down to the 2-yard line.
So instead of the Bears putting a score on the board before the end of the third quarter, it looks like Wauseon might.
Wauseon has that opportunity as they have the ball first down and goal at the 2. They'll turn and head into 18 again, and Xavier Torres will have a second touchdown here in the second half. As Torres goes 2 yards, little misdirection again. And I got to believe the Bear defense is gassed at this point.
Yeah, I think you're right.
8.3 seconds left to go in the third quarter, and that makes it 41-7 with the extra point coming. And as you said, we're about to turn this clock on fast forward and run the remainder of the 12 minutes out here pretty quick. Extra point is good, as it has been all night long. And just like that, the main stop scoreboard has the Bears down 42-7 on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
Okay, back out at Harmon Field, 42-7 is our score.
PA announcer just announcing that the clock will now start to be a running clock from this point on. And I got to tell you, that's not anything that you look forward to on a Friday night.
No.
That game last week was a much better football game, and it came down to a very exciting conclusion. But tonight, unfortunately, Wauseon has parlayed a couple of mistakes by the Golden Bears into touchdowns, and then just some real fine offensive effort to make some plays tonight. And after that tough loss to Archibald last week, you just had to know that Coop had his guys ready to play here tonight. Wasn't going to go 0-2 here for his two first NWOAL games here at his house, and with that, the quarter ends without even a kick.
I can't believe that they run the clock before the kick. Like, you'd think the kick would be the in-play part, right?
Yep.
We're going to keep it right here, Jim, and look at some scores. There's some rain approaching, so we're trying to make some ability to get our equipment out of the away. Eric is actually sitting under the bleachers.
There you go.
And so let's look at some scores. 35-20, Shawnee over Van Wert. Ayersville up on Antwerp 20-0. Wayne Trace over Fairview 19-7. Again, I told you Edgerton and Hicksville all tied at 21. That's still the third quarter. Pandora Gilboa over Lipsick 33-14. Liberty Center still up on Delta 56-6.
Wow.
Salina over Ottawa Glandorf 14-0. It's Archbold over Patrick Henry 35-7. I knew Archbold was pretty good, but that score surprises me. 35-7. Bluffton over Paulding 35-8. That's in the fourth quarter. Perrysburg over Southview 28-7. Central Catholic St. Joe Fremont is up 29-20 over Woodward. Holgate down to Tenora 13-0. That is in the fourth quarter. It is Crestview over Columbus Grove 33-13. Defiance over Bath 28-21.
Well, the Bears about to get this ball back, and the clock is rolling. We're already into the fourth quarter, and this one's kicked to Dean down at the 10. He'll come right back to the middle of the football field. Look for a lane, can't find one. He gets knocked down back around the 17. Back at the 16, I believe. It'll be first down and 10 for the Bears. With the clock moving this way, things will move in a hurry from this point on, Chris, as it stops right now as we get both teams on the football field. And once we get them there, this bad boy is going to kick into hyperdrive. 11:33 to play in the ball game. Running clock here as the Bears down by 35 points, 42-7. They have the football back on their 15-yard line, make it the 16. Bears stay with their starting offense here as they will bring Zach Novus out and empty the backfield. Two receivers to the top, to the bottom, three receivers now to the top. Here comes the pressure. Novus with time. He hits Miller on a crossing route at the 35, and Miller will be upended at about the 37-yard line. And the clock down to 11 minutes right now, and everybody going to go into hurry-up mode now. As the Bears know that if they have any kind of opportunity, they need to put a score on the board to start this clock to slow down, get this clock to slow down a little bit. Novus looking to throw again. He'll go deep. Three receivers. Oh, through the hands of Bryson Andrews. Ball pretty much where it needed to be. Pretty good coverage back there by Connor Penrod. And Andrews just couldn't get his hands on the ball at the Wauseon 30-yard line. Clock still runs down. We're 10 minutes and 26 seconds. And again, for the Bears to be able to stretch this game a little bit, they need to reduce that deficit by a touchdown.
Yes, they do. Otherwise, once they do that, the clock will start running normal.
4 receivers now to the visitor sideline. That's also the basically the ball almost the middle of the field, so field pretty much equal on either side. They're going to look to throw that way. They'll throw a little screen pass out, and it hits Austin Dean in the hands, but a little bit behind him. And he went up to try to catch it, went through the hands, couldn't bring it down. That'll set up a 3rd down now for the Golden Bears. 3rd down and 10. And now we're at 9 minutes and 43 seconds and counting. And again, with the clock running like this one, Chris, we're going to be on our way to the house pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And I think that'll make Eric happy there with the if the rain is coming our way. Doubles to the top, triples to the bottom, empty backfield again. Novus drops, looks. Line does a nice job. Now the production breaks down. Novus has to run up the middle of the football field to get a couple. 40-yard line, maybe the 41 before he gets knocked down. That'll set up a 4th down and about 7, and the Bears really have no choice. 9:09 to play in the ball game. They've got to go out and get this 1st down. Triples again to the top, doubles to the bottom. Empty backfield look again for Zach Novus. Gets the snap, has some time, throws across the middle. He's got Bryson Andrews, but Andrews is going to be a yard short of that 1st down marker, and that ball is going over on downs to the Wauseon Indians. Andrews just needed one more step, and he had the 1st down, but he was just a yard shy, and there were too many red shirts to allow him to turn that ball up the football field. So he'll be a yard short. The ball will go over on downs. It'll be Wauseon's football at the Bryan 47-yard line. And we'll see if there's some new faces coming into this ball game from here.
You'd think you'd want to if you're Coach Cooper. Get some guys some Friday Night Lights experience. Don't risk any injuries.
I think you get the opportunity here to do that. You would expect then that Penrod, I believe, is their backup quarterback.
He's coming out.
So there you go. We'll see who comes in.
Yeah, a whole bunch of people.
Got all kinds of new guys in here, but Penrod will be the first guy that's out there. 15 is who, Chris? All right, there we go. That's what I need. 15 is Tyson Britch.
Bryan will call a timeout.
4 is Riley Slaughter. And Bryan does call their first timeout and stops the clock at 8:22.
Eric, can we take a break here? All right, we're going to take a break. Back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network. You are listening to the Golden Bear Sports Network, BryanSports.com, BMU Channel 3, and WQCT Bryan.
Well, it's been a tough night tonight for the Golden Bears, and they have to try to make something happen right at this point in time. That's next to impossible. They're down 35 points with 8:13 to play here in this football game as we've got rain coming this way, so we're starting to tear a few things down. Wauseon with the football. They turn and hand off, and that's number 35, who is Joey Shima. And Shima has a couple of yards as he's inside the 45 to about the 43. Give him 4 yards on that first down carry. So Shima with a 4-yard pickup and then comes running off to the sideline. Kyle Zirkle is 17. He's the wide receiver right in front of us. 15 is Tyson Britch. He's lined up in the flank here on the left side. Again, a single running back in the backfield. And we've gone to our backup quarterback now, Connor Penrod. Before they can get things going, the whistles blow, the flags fly. It was 7:29 to play. They'll wind that clock back up again.
Which Shima was it?
Joey, 35.
All right. Bears were offsides, Jim.
So that goes against the Bears. It'll set up a second down now and 1. Shima, the running back. Zirkle at one of the wings. Wide out on this side now is Riley Slaughter. They're back into the that offset wing look, and they will pitch the ball And sweeping the home sideline is number 13, Garrett Smith. Smith has enough for the first down as he carries a Bear down to the 30-yard line. And with 6:45 to play in this football game, Bears have a lot of new faces out there on the field as well, Chris, and we'll try to get a couple of those numbers as well. 24 is Bryce Wagner.
I hope Wauseon goes on defense. They got a kid named Sammy Sosa.
There you go.
Gotta call that name.
Like to see him back here. Bears jumped off sides. They didn't call it at
Yes,
first,
they
then
did.
they get it. Tyson Ogden was the young guy that jumped a little early. Ogden in at one of the tackle spots along with Addison Keller. Ends are, let's see, Noah Roars on one side. And then over on this side, it looks like we have Bryce Wagner playing the end. So the Bears with some new faces out there as well. 22 is Cannon Lamberson playing that free safety spot. 13 is Connor Arthur at one of the corners. Pitch and the sweep up to the right-hand side will go to Shima. And Shima still running along the sideline in front of the Bryan bench. And the clock will roll as he got knocked down at about the 12.
Winsler the tackle.
Yeah, you got to just, right now the Bears need to figure some things out. It's first down at the 12. Clock moving. We'll be down around 5 minutes by the time they snap this next one. Kid Connor Penrod is the quarterback now for Wauseon. As we've gone to team number 2 here for the Indians tonight. Shima the running back, and they will pitch the ball to Shima, and he has room right up the middle. He's going to score. Wow, the inside of that offensive line opens up a massive hole. Shima comes off his one wing spot. They pitch him the ball. They cuts it right up the middle of the football field.
Wow.
And runs it in for an easy touchdown. Hey, there he is. How's it going, Pete? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, we got some help in the booth tonight, man. Hunter looked pretty good there tonight, huh? The team's rolling pretty well tonight. Yeah, things are working a lot better now. So the extra point coming. The clock down to 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And the extra point could make it 49-7, and it is. Let's see, a whistle before everything got started. That one was no good. So the only mistake that the Indians have made all night long, a missed extra point. And with that, the Bears find themselves down 48-7 here with 4:27 to play on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
It's going to keep it right here, and I'm going to check some scores from around the region. It is Shawnee over Van Wert 35-27. It's Ayersville over Antwerp 26-0. It is Pandora Gilboa 33, Lipsick 14. Edgerton and Hicksville are now tied up at 28. It is Salina over Ottawa Glando 14-7. Bluffton over Paulding 35-8. Archbold over Patrick Henry 35-13. Central Catholic over Woodward, that's St. Joe Fremont, 29-20 in the fourth quarter. Perrysburg over Southview 28-7. Tenora over Holgate 20-0 in the fourth quarter. Wayne Trace beats Fairview 19-7. And Crestview over Columbus Grove 33-13. Defiance over Bath 28-21. There you go.
All right, man, I've got Pete Yockey up here. It's Hunter Yockey's grandfather up here giving us a little colored commentary from the Wauseon's side of the fence. And the Bears, Chris, I think if nothing else, they need to find a way to at least get another score here tonight.
Put a drive together.
And try to make some things happen. As Pete was saying, though, it didn't come early. Early on, it was a ball game. In fact, 14-7 at the half. And in the second half, really has been a good one for the Indians. Ball picked up and on the move comes the Bears. That's Dean. He's across the midfield stripe. Down the visitor sideline, still going at the 10, the 5, and there's Austin Dean.
And there's no laundry.
Takes one back 90 yards for a touchdown. Wow. You need to stay up here. You need to stay up here a little longer, Pete. I think, we might be able to make this thing closer, man, if you hang around. That one went 90 yards. Austin Dean somehow on that visitor sideline right in front of his bench, able to put a little head fake going on. It looked like he was going down about the 35, Chris, to me. And then he kind of juked just a smidge and put it into a higher gear and just outran everybody to the goal line.
You always look for yellow laundry on the field after that, but there was none of that. It was clean, and wow, he just jetted. He has some speed.
Dean, you know, the Dean kid's not the biggest guys you're ever going to find. Good speed and a lot of guts, man, when they go out and play football. The extra point makes it 48-14.
You know what, Jim? They're always hustling. They're always working. I mean, I live in their neighborhood. I live near them. They're always outside shooting hoops or getting better, and I mean, that's just cool to see.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So Austin Dean, 90 yards, and I think probably Wauseon had relaxed just a little bit after that one. And Austin says, hey, I'm going to play this one to the end of the night, and let's see if we can't take this one to the house, and that's exactly what he did. So the Bears will kick the ball off. It still is, we got a 34-point game right now, too, don't we, huh?
Yeah.
So that'll probably pull the clock back onto a normal pace now.
Yeah.
Because of the missed extra point.
Yeah. Missed extra point.
So that puts the game back onto a normal clock.
Now do we see an onside kick?
I don't think you've got much of a choice right now.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
You've got to do everything you possibly can. To think that you have the ability to score 24 or 34 here in the last 3:52. You've got 2 timeouts left. Yep, they got the clock running anyway.
I don't know that that's accurate.
So Smith's going to kick this ball off.
And they're going to reset that. So now,
yeah, there you go.
Yep, Coach Redhead came out and reminded the official. No, it's still running. The ball got knocked off the tee.
There you go.
I don't think that's correct. I think when it drops below 35, it stops.
But again, at this point in time, with 3:27 to play, I don't mind the running clock all that much.
I know, but you got to
ball gets kicked back to Garrett Smith, and he will let the ball roll into the end zone for the touchback. But you are right. The clock, I think, at this moment needs to go back to a normal timed clock. But down 34 with 3:17 to play, maybe the most merciful thing to do right at this point in time is to just let everything run out. And maybe the Bears can at least take that 90-yard kick return home with them and build on that for next week, Chris.
Yep, absolutely. It's good. It's good stuff right there. Anytime you get a special teams touchdown or a touchdown off a turnover.
Big play. It really was the big plays tonight for
Think about that.
Think about those.
Yeah, and on the other side, the 2 touchdowns for Bryan, neither one were offensive.
Yeah.
A defensive touchdown and a special teams touchdown.
Yeah, it makes you kind of wonder,
yep,
doesn't it, huh?
Absolutely.
Penrod right now in the pistol. And we have a whistle.
Delay of game. Nope, false start.
First and 15. Zach Carroll now one of the wide receivers for the Indians. In fact, he's in that right wing spot that they play. Penrod, the quarterback, he's got a running back to his left. He'll take it, hand it to him, and that basically that little belly play off to the left side of the offensive line gets a yard, maybe 2 for Shima. Now, in fact, I think we got a new guy in there entirely, don't we? We got a 31, I believe, is that number.
I don't even have a 31.
I don't either. Is that 31 in the backfield, though? I have to check that.
It is 31.
So it sure looks like it is.
Yep.
15, Britch goes in motion. They'll pitch it to him. He'll sweep right in. And he's got pretty much the penalty back as he gets out to about the 19-yard line.
I think that was 11.
11, not 31.
Yeah.
Thomas Leahy, the young guy playing running back right now. Clock is running. Minute 32 to play here in this football game. It is Leahy at that running back spot.
Old Eagle Eye Chris.
Got to believe that they're just going to hand this ball off, I would think, to Leahy and run this ball game out. But instead, they're going to throw the football. Penrod throws out in the flats. Hits Tyson Britz in the hands. Couldn't bring it in, and it'll be an incompleted pass out around the 29-yard line.
Brings up 4th and 11. I gotta believe we'd see a kick, but who knows? Clock's still running.
With a running clock, and you haven't started the play clock yet, You might want to wait. There comes the punter on the field. Because you can really run this thing down to next to nothing as they start the play clock with 51 seconds to go. So the Bears will get a return and maybe one more play. And this will be over. Brits will kick this away. Wauseon brings Noah Sauber onto the football field before they kick. 28 seconds. Brits with the snap. Gets a spin and kick away. It'll be fair caught at the 44-yard line of Wauseon, and the Bears will have 20.9 seconds left to run the clock down here in Wauseon and head home. Bears down by 34, 48-14. So this will not be the way that Coach Redhead and his guys wanted this to go tonight. Coach Cooper on his sideline very happy as he goes to 1-1 in the conference. The Bears will go to 1-1 in the conference. After that tough loss last week to Archibald, and the Bears with a big comeback against Swanton,
they're going to face Archibald this week.
Yeah, do it again next week at home against those Blue Streaks. Clock down to 10 seconds as the Bears up under center. They will take a knee, and just like that.
Oh, yeah, penalty flag. They called an illegal shift.
There you go. Well, I'm sure that will be declined, and that will allow the clock to go to triple zeros. So we have 4 quarters in the books here from Wauseon. The Bears fall on a tough Friday night, 48-14. We'll be back with a wrap-up right after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Things are pretty much business as usual here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. Our techs are providing the same high-quality service that everyone in Northwest Ohio expects. Our sales team is providing our customers with the best price on new and pre-owned vehicles. Everyone is focused on winning another President's Award from Ford. Yeah, pretty much business as usual. Oh, I guess there is one thing different. Stop out and see the all-new Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Go on the other end.
Okay, I'll do that.
Back here at Wauseon, Jim and Chris on a Friday night. It was not a pretty night, Chris. Big plays for the Wauseon Indians made it 48-14 before the night was over. After a 14-7 half, it looked like we had a ball game for the second half, and then the Indians able to parlay a couple of big plays, big strikes into touchdowns.
Let's take a look at some statistics. Bryan, 9 first downs, 4 by the pass, 5 by the rush. Wauseon 18, 4 by the pass, 14 by the rush. Bryan was 3 of 10 from third down, 1 of 4 for fourth down. Wauseon 5 of 12 from third down, 3 of 4 from fourth down. 145 yards of total offense for the Golden Bears, 485 yards of total offense for Wauseon. Bryan was 13 of 25 for 108 yards passing. Wauseon 7 of 17 for 170 yards passing. I don't believe they threw a pass in the second half, Jim. Rushing, Bryan had 23 attempts for 37 yards. Wauseon 44 attempts for 315 yards. Bryan was penalized 3 times for 25 yards. Wauseon 5 times for 35 yards. Bryan had 1 turnover. That was an interception, and Wauseon had 2 turnovers. Those were fumbles. Bryan punted 4 times for 119 yards, an average of 29.8 yards punt, and Wauseon punted twice for 66 yards, an average of 33 yards a punt. Bryan's drives were as follows: punt, 3 plays, -8 yards punt, 10 plays, 26 yards turnover on downs, 4 plays, 16 yards punt, 11 plays, 30 yards punt. That was all the first half. The second half wasn't much better. It was 14-7 at the half. 3 plays, 7 yards punt, 1 play interception, 8 plays, 35 yards turnover on downs, 5 plays, 30 yards turnover on downs, 1 play, 90 yards, and 1 play -3. So there you have it. Drive summaries for Wauseon. Meanwhile, 6 plays, 54 yards for a touchdown. 13 plays, 39 yards, ended in a fumble that was returned for a touchdown. 2 plays, 68 yards for a touchdown. 4 plays, 45 yards for a fumble. 5 plays, 17 yards, turnover on downs. In the second half, 4 plays, 62 yards, touchdown. 4 plays, 39 yards, touchdown. 7 plays, 41 yards, touchdown. 3 plays, -8 yards punt. 2 plays, 55-yard touchdown. 4 plays, 46-yard touchdown. 3 plays, -1 punt. So a lot more touchdowns than than punts for Wauseon. Zach Nobis was 13 to 25 for 108 yards. His long was 21. Rushing, he was 15 attempts for 38 yards. His long was 21. Dom James, 3 attempts minus 1 yard. Noah Bonney, 3 attempts minus 4 yards. Receiving, Royster caught 3 balls for 29 yards. Austin Dean, 1 ball for 3 yards. Nate Miller, 1 ball for 21. Evan Smith, 5 balls for 42 yards. Bryson Andrews, 1 for 7. And Dom James, 1 for 5. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ledger, Hunter Yaki was 7 of 15 for 170 yards. His long was 53. He had 1 touchdown. Rushing, Yaki had 7 attempts for 11 yards and a touchdown. Leahy, 1 attempt for 1 yard. Garrett Smith, 1 attempt for 7. Xavier Torres, 8 attempts, 50 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Everett Buter, who was the guy everybody fears, 7 attempts for only 12 yards. Junior Martinez, 14 attempts for 147 yards. His long was 68. That was a touchdown. Joey Shima, 4 rushes for 32 yards and a touchdown. Dawson Roop, 2 rushes for 55 yards. Receiving, Everett Buter caught 1 pass for 23 yards. Owen Newlove, a pass, 3 passes for 88 yards. His long was a 45-yard pass. And Dawson Roop caught 2 balls for 59 yards, and a touchdown was his long.
Tough night, 48-14, the final here tonight. The Bears drop 1 to the Indians. They'll be home next week to Archbold. And with that wraps everything up for us tonight here from Wauseon,
Yep,
Chris.
want to thank our broadcast. First off, tonight's game being brought to you by Newcomer Schaefer in Brininger, AmeriMade Realty, American Family Insurance, Starks Heating and Cooling, Fuel Supply, Fair Auto Repair, Bryan Ford, Northwest State Community College, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, Krill Funeral Home and Crematory, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Darrow Shirkey Ford, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, and Bryan Municipal Utilities. Want to thank our broadcast crew, production assistants from Chris Bryce and Aaron Gilbert, camera Shar Miller and Samantha Clark. Want to thank our producer on site, our director Eric Herman, our athletic department, Mook Roofer and Teresa Kuzma. The athletic department at Wauseon is Matt Hutchinson. The BHS art department, Matt Neff and Stephanie Grube. You can order your DVD by calling 419-633-6137. Visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net and bryansports.com. This has been a production of BMU Video. This broadcast is copyrighted by BMU and the Board of Public Affairs for the private use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game without the consent of Bryan Municipal Utilities, is prohibited. One final time for Jim Funderburg, I am Chris Malanga. Your final score, and it was Wauseon 48, Bryan 14. Have a good night, everybody, and thanks for watching on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and high-speed internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.